so disgusting.
No, that was a random thing for, you know.
Oh.
There weren't really mushrooms growing in here, you know.
I don't know what to think. I wouldn't put it past you. And the knife went into my torso at this weird angle. It missed my heart by like half an inch.
Wow. You there, Chinny? Chinny, are you there?
Chinny, are you there?
Chinny, chin.
Chinny. Hey.
The hair on my chinny, chin.
Be quiet, Chinny.
He is being quiet. You don't need to tell him.
Do the opposite of that.
Yeah. Don't be quiet, Chinny.
What's with all the sound bites?
Hello.
Hello, Chinny. We can hear you now.
Hello.
You right?
Yeah, fine.
Cool.
Say something goofy for the sound clip start.
Yeah, I guess if you wanted French bulldog for Christmas.
All right.
Okay. All right.
We ready?
I think so.
Why's your microphone weird, Duke?
Mine?
Don't tell him that. Jesus Christ, he gets all nasty.
Does it actually sound weird, or are you just being a jerk?
I can say in the room. It sounds like you're using a different microphone.
No, I am not. I have the fan on.
Are you further away from your microphone than usual?
A little bit. I mean, I can lean in more.
Yeah, that would. Yeah. I mean, you can definitely hear the phone. It's not that big of a deal, but like it just sounded like you was. Really
I'll hold it like this. How's that?
That sounds better, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, what show number is it this week? This is what happens when I'm away.
497.
Flipping heck, is that what it is? Right.
Flipping heck.
Right.
Yeah. I need to get one of those holsters you told me about, Chinny.
Yes.
Wow, is that?
All right, so we're ready?
Yes.
I am recording. Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Juju, Jimmy, and the fellas will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stu's Jimmy's Game Breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
Okay, like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted.
Veteran gamers.
Piece of
It's the veteran gamers.
Listen, I don't have time to play with the phone here. I got a lot of stuff I gotta get done.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Technically, I'm homeless.
That's what's going on. Nothing's fine, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith.
Hello and welcome to episode 497 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast, and I'm back.
Yay, 497, and we're gonna be doing this show a lot soon for whatever. I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I'm Chinny.
Yay.
Yeah.
We are not military veterans, people. We are veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
Yes, and we stream every Sunday at 9 p.m.
We do. Unless somebody's out of town and another person can't make it.
That's true.
We do it on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So,
did you
miss me? Have you missed me? Come on, you can say you missed me.
No, yeah, we missed you a lot. We were crying. We were just
crying.
And my keyboard short-circuited from all the tears falling onto it.
I bet it did. I can understand why that might happen.
Oh, yeah, totally. I was just bawling.
Yeah. You okay, Stu? Did you have a good holiday?
Bowling. I had an excellent holiday. It was very hot. I was just telling Duke. I was baking in the sun, you know. It was so hot, in fact, that sweat was dribbling in my belly button. It was just sweaty. It was sweatier than playing Beat Saber, let's put it that way. It was very hot.
Wow.
Yeah, and where were you? I was in Lake Garda in Italia. It was kind of almost like around 30 degrees every day, if not a bit hotter some days. So it was very hot.
It's pretty hot.
I've got a good tan, you know, I'm looking healthy. Not really, because I'm probably getting skin cancer, but I look brown.
A bit of tan isn't going to kill you.
Well, I was using factor 30, so I was sensible, you know. I wasn't cooking in like...
Including moderation.
Yeah, because my dad used to just bake in like factor 5 coconut oil. That's what he used to do. Lie on a piece of tin foil. You know, aluminium foil for you, Duke.
How far are we from
I know, aluminum foil. Yeah, that's what he used to do, just bake on stuff. I don't know. He was proper weird, my dad. But yeah, hey, it's been a good day today for England. We have finally won a World Cup.
Have
So
we?
that has happened today. Yes, indeed, do.
Sorry.
We have.
What was? I don't understand what you mean.
We've won the World Cup today. We won the World Cup.
Cricket.
What
Cricket.
World Cup
In
Cricket.
cricket.
in cricket. Okay,
Cricket.
that's a very interesting piece of
Like
information.
anybody fucking gives a shit.
How fucking dare you?
I'm with Duke on this one. I don't care.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Dude. So yeah, we have won, and it went down to the like a final super over. Sounds like a supernova, but I don't think it is. But yeah, so basically the scores were tied after 50 overs each, so they had to do a super over to find out who the winner was gonna be.
Are you serious?
Yeah, serious. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it's very
Su-
exciting.
When was the last time that happened in a World Cup?
Probably never, because weirdly they were talking about it earlier on in the game, and said that it was highly unlikely to even happen.
Dude,
Well,
and he
there
was
you go.
wrong.
They was wrong, but do you know what the worst bit about it is?
That he was wrong, and he had to
No, that I
apologize
did.
for being wrong. Wait, nobody ever has to apologize in public for being wrong.
No, the worst thing was that I didn't see it because
Eh.
I recorded it on my fucking stupid Virgin TV box, which then
Uh-oh.
decided to stop 3 overs from the end of the match and went, "Do you want to keep this or delete this show?"
Oh,
Are you kidding me? So I didn't get to see it, and then I was.
Virgin TV.
I know. When I went back to live TV, they were fucking giving the trophy out, and I'm like, "You kidding, right?"
Ah, jeez. Well, you know what? That beef.
You can
I know.
flip your ass.
There you go.
I just
Indeed.
want to say, cricket is shit it.
Best game ever.
No.
Do you know what the worst thing is? I watched it all day from 11 o'clock this frigging morning. Now, you might be asking yourself.
Until
No.
when? Like, you
I-
have to finish the statement.
I might be asking
Yeah.
myself, how long are you going to start talking
No.
about? Stop.
You might be asking yourself, well, if I was watching it live, why was I watching a recorded version? You may be asking
You
yourself
might be
that
asking
question.
yourself, why would you
Didn't ask
bother
that.
watching it?
I was
Exactly.
asking
Well, I
myself,
will-
when will this end?
I will tell you the answer to that question because Millie passed the driving test.
Yay, congratulations, Millie. You might want to start with that. No, we need to start with the discussion about your TV kicking off with
And
cricket over.
obviously wanted me to take her out driving today for the first time, you know.
Wait,
so
if
we
she
had
passed the test, why does she need you?
Say what?
If she passed the test, why does she need you?
Well, she's in Kay's car. She's never driven it before, you know, wants to get used to it. So I said I'd go with her.
Legally, she's allowed to drive any car she wants.
That's fine, but you know, she's never driven Kay's car before. So anyway, whatever.
Yeah, all you need is a rock, and you're in.
I know. So I sorted that out. So yeah, she's driving now, and yeah, it's just weird because she's so
Stay off the
tiny.
sidewalk.
She's so tiny. Yeah,
Yeah.
she just looks too young to be driving a vehicle. It's a bit weird.
Oh, they're growing up.
Bless her.
And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little old guy and the man have stopped the way. I don't know.
I don't know. So
Anyway,
yeah, that's about
on
it. Nothing
Actual
exciting.
story.
My
Stu's
favorite
told us
time.
two already.
It's story,
I know.
story time.
So Chinny, now it's your turn to tell a
Yeah,
story.
Ginny.
I don't know.
All right, it's my turn to
I
tell a
went.
story.
I went to
Okay.
see. I went to see
Oh.
Jerry Seinfeld yesterday. How about that?
Oh, live in concert.
In the flesh.
Nice. How was it?
Very, very good.
He's a very good stand-up comedian.
He's a
He's a funny
brilliant.
guy.
He's almost like he should be paid for it. He's that good.
They should give him a show.
Yeah.
Like- He makes jokes on TV.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That'd be good. I think he's got
Yeah.
a career ahead of him.
I think so.
Mhm.
Or he could just drive around being funny with other funny
With
people.
other
That would be-
comedians. Yeah, that would also work for him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that was it. Tara bought it me. Tara bought it me for my birthday, even though my
Nice.
birthday, but it was like my birthday isn't in July.
Yeah.
But Jerry Seinfeld apparently was busy on my birthday, so
Really?
We
How
had to-
inconsiderate
we
is
had to
that?
accommodate him and his schedule, so that's fine. Yeah, and it was very good. It was in at the Hammersmith Apollo, down that there London, very famous venue.
I
for-
heard Eddie Izzard do a concert there. He made a bunch of jokes about that location.
Yeah, it's a famous stand-up place where people do things and make jokes. So it's good. I've never been there before.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. End of story.
Alright.
Wow.
Hey,
sorry.
Hardly a story.
Can I
amazing
just
how
do-
it only took you 30 seconds to tell that
Shut up.
story.
Yeah.
Sometimes stories go on forever.
Can I just do a couple of early shout-outs? Can I just do those?
Sure, I wasn't going to tell a story. Go ahead, do your shout outs.
Yeah, I've got a couple of early shout-outs. One,
Time for a shout out. Hey!
Antonio for filling in last
for
week.
filling in, doing such a great
Okay.
job, and
Hey.
yeah, another one to Chinny for getting the show out the very next day, which was quite impressive for him.
It seems hard to believe that someone could do it so quickly because
Yeah, whoa, Duke.
hours and hours
Whoa,
and days and
Duke.
weeks to level
Steady-
A to
Steady
edit.
on there, Duke. In previous years, Chinny has never managed to get the show out anywhere near on time. Let's just be
Sounds as though
clear
humans
here.
will evolve and get better at things.
He obviously has. So well done, Chinny. I'm impressed.
Yay!
Thanks.
And yeah, a shout out to Genie in the Watch. Whatever
Yeah,
that is.
that's right. Genie in the Watch. It's
Genie
gonna
in the
be-
watch.
Genie in the Watch. Yeah, it was a good show, by the way. Listen, it's always cool, I think, to listen to the show when you're not on it.
Yeah, we thought it was
So-
cool that you weren't on it either.
Oh, thank you very much. And
Ah,
I've only just recovered from the chainsaw injuries.
yeah, you got killed by a chainsaw bust.
Apparently I did.
You're looking well, Stu.
Yeah,
How can you see me?
which is weird because we can't see you.
No, I'm
what?
podcasting from the house opposite you.
Well, once upon a time, the guy in charge of our local Go club, I play the board game Go. He said, "Hey, we're doing the Go Congress in Madison this year. We need a logo. You want to make it?" I was like, "All right." So I made a logo, and then months went by, and yesterday was the start of the Go Congress. So I go down to the Memorial Union here on campus, and I go into the Great Hall, and there's this table with just stacks and stacks of T-shirts and tote bags and mugs and pins and all this stuff with my logo on it everywhere. I was like, dude, how about
Wow,
that?
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty exciting. It's probably the largest mass production of something that I've made
Did you take pictures?
tangible form.
Yeah, have we got footage of this?
Oh, it's all over my Twitter, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, congratulations,
Whatever.
Stu.
It's just cool. It felt nice to, have contributed something that so many people will wear and carry around and everything.
Is somebody sawing
Oh.
something in the background, Duke?
I know, yeah. What is going on there, Duke?
PC fan
Oh, okay.
wrapping up. I don't know why it's uncomfortably hot today.
Yeah, for a change, I can actually hear that. You know, when you say you've got a noise going on. I
All
can
right,
actually
Stu.
hear
Imagine
it.
that.
That whole conversation is about
Go
as
figure.
interesting as something not very interesting.
I
So
mean, I can turn it off.
it's okay. It's not
It's
too
fine, it's fine,
distracting.
Duke,
It's
it's
fine.
fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Not the point. I'm turning it off.
Okay, no
Putting
problem.
the PC to sleep.
You do you.
Yeah, I'm doing me.
You do
Right.
what
So
you-
we're ready to start talking about some games.
What you been playing?
What you been playing? What you been playing?
I ain't rolling nothing. Someone just go.
Oh, flipping heck. Are we not even doing that no more? What is going on?
It's a scam. The dice
There's
is
no
a scam.
You just
I like
went
the dice.
first go.
No,
like
no,
the dice.
no. You just don't like change. What have you been playing, Stu? Jesus Christ!
All
I just
right,
forgot how to do a
okay.
podcast.
So obviously I've been away for a week, suffering from withdrawal symptoms from Beat Saber.
And how have you
And belly
been?
button drowning syndrome.
So this morning I'm like, right, I got up, focused, 7:10 this morning, right? And I'm like, right, I'm going to sort out side quest on the quest, which is an easier way of getting the custom songs on there. So I set all that shit up. And yeah, I've got over 100 custom songs on there. I had to do a bit of work because I had to uninstall it, so I've lost all my high scores again. So I had to do that shit. I know, which is annoying. So yeah, so I've had to uninstall it, reinstall it. Then I had to do this weird patch thing which didn't work the first time. Then I had to do this master patch thing which worked. It's very fiddly. But once all that was done, it was absolutely fine, and I've got tons of songs on there now. I've got some Run DMC for you there, Duke.
Yeah, Run DMC.
Yeah, got Tricky on there.
Oh
Got
yeah.
Tricky.
From the government the other day.
There you go. got It's Like That. Got that
And
on
that's
there.
the way it is.
Yeah, so I've got some good songs on there now. Got Run Boy Run. You know that one?
Nope. Who's
Run
that?
Boy
one?
Run. I can't remember the name of the people who do it, but frick me, that fucking song is ridiculously hard.
Okay.
Because it's got a really fast drum beat thing going on. So like, basically, yeah. You could play it, but then Chitty doesn't allow it because of the monetization shit.
We all gotta make sacrifices.
I know. Make money. Money makes money. So I've been back on that today, and it's as sweaty as it's always been.
Have you missed it, Stu? Have you missed Beat Saber?
I have. What's weird though, I've got all the patches now because I couldn't patch it because of the modding and stuff, and custom songs wouldn't let you like install the patches.
Yeah.
So it's all patched up, and it does feel slightly sharper.
What made you patch it?
Because I wanted to install more songs, and to install more songs, I had to uninstall it first and reinstall it.
Right.
So that then obviously install the patches at the same time. So the latest.
Right. Okay. I'm seeing.
But yeah, there's some really good songs on there. They just keep on adding stuff as well, and some of the mappers are better than others. Some of them are just a bit crap.
Yeah, I think you talked about that. The fact that there's a mixed bag and comes to who's rapping. What's the favorite song you've got added new?
Favorite new song that I've added is possibly. I'm trying to think what's a really. The Greatest Showman.
I don't know what that is. Who sings it?
It's off the film The Greatest Showman. What's his face? Who sings?
Hugh
Wolverine.
Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. So
yes.
that's weirdly Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid.
Under the sea.
So that's it. That's a pretty.
Accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea. That's from The Simpsons.
But the weirdest thing that somebody's done this week in modding of Beat Saber is added the whole of the movie Shrek.
That is weird. I think we talked about that last week.
We talked about that last week.
Oh, did you talk about that last week?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I think Antonio mentioned it, didn't he? I watched someone playing it. It's just weird. It's like got obviously blocks mapped to every piece of dialogue. So as someone's talking, they're hitting blocks in time with what they're saying.
Shrek's very
to do with the video game.
Shrek's very popular with the memes at the moment. It's kind of like a weird joke about Shrek for some reason. I don't know why. It just is.
The idea of understanding the source and the nature of comedy in 2019, where the internet has become this factory of meta absurdity, is just pointless. Like the idea of like understanding, that's why that's funny. That's just not happening anymore. I think we're done with that.
Exactly.
Either you're there when it happens, or you pick up on it quickly, or you just let it go by.
I think the idea basically is that picking on Shrek as this legendary film is almost not funny that makes it funny. I think is the general gist of it.
I guess. I think it's a great movie, and whatever.
It's a weird thing that the internet has taken to, but for some reason the internet has adopted Shrek as its national anthem.
Oh, the internet! You're so weird.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what was strange today about when I was downloading songs. What I did the first time was avoid anything that was just expert only.
Aha.
But now I'm the exact opposite. Yeah, because I can play most of the songs on expert, so it's like, I'll download that.
Mode only.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want none. If I see something that's only got up to level hard, I'm like, I don't know, should I download that now? Where it was the opposite before. If it was like expert, I'm like, no, I'm not going to download that.
Have you ever thought about you being too good at stuff?
Well, let's be just
because you're just so amazing.
Just for a moment, just a minute. Whoa, right? I've obviously played Guitar Hero, and I'm shit at that game.
And
I've played Rock Band, and I'm pretty shit at that as well. But weirdly, I'm pretty good.
When it comes to Beat Saber, you get down.
I'm pretty good at it. And obviously, it's a different kind of thing. Coordinating your fingers as opposed to just coordinating your arms is a different thing, I guess.
Except that Rock Band was all about, the drum kit on Rock Band was about coordinate. It's the same action. Why are you better than the drum kit on Rock Band?
I guess, kind of. Not really.
So why is it different now?
It's totally different because like with Rock Band, you're just hitting downwards on foot, and you've still got to think which pad you need to hit. With Beat Saber, you've only got two different
drum to hit.
Yeah, but with Beat Saber, it's kind of just about which direction you need to hit it in, or which side of the screen it's on. So it's only two choices, really.
I gotcha.
It's only red or blue. but it obviously depends on which side of the screen it's on or which direction you've got to hit it in.
Okay.
And I'm getting into that sort of automatic sort of mindset, if that makes any kind of sense.
Zone.
I am zoning. I'm starting to sort of see. What's weird, right?
Radars is buzzing. Yeah.
The first time I tried to play the Final Countdown on Expert,
It's the final countdown.
I got nowhere close to doing it, like nowhere near. But now you hit like a massive string of blocks that would just look ridiculously impossible, but you just hit them, and you get to the end of it and don't really know how you did it.
It's because muscle memory. You practice a lot.
Oh yeah, and it's obviously your brain's training itself to spot the patterns, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's where I think, when I was talking about the better mappers, some of them just feel natural even though there's a lot of notes to hit, it feels like it fits properly, like that's how it should be. Whereas some of them, there's a lot of notes, but they don't seem to flow the same.
Right.
And that's it. The ones that flow, you can just tell the difference. It just feels so cool and when you've done it, you just, you get that adrenaline rush of like, I just did that. You get to the end of the song without failing. You're like, I just did that. Yeah. Even if you've missed a few notes, you miss a few notes, that doesn't matter as long as you get to the end. So yeah, I'm loving it. My love infatuation with Beat Saber is not lessening at all. And now I've got over 100 custom songs to play with. I can't see myself getting bored at all.
Dude.
Rasputin is very good. Rah, rah, Rasputin. Da, da, da. That's pretty good.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No.
But anyway, that's a good tune as well. There's some really good
songs now.
The ones I like are the ones you don't expect to be good that are then good. Like Under the Sea.
Itself, really.
Yeah, well, it's just getting better and better, man. I just love that bloody headset.
I'm glad you like. If I'm not allowed to talk extensively about Rocket League anymore, you're not allowed to talk extensively about Beat Saber anymore.
I know. It is getting to that point, isn't it?
Okay, so I'm glad you're enjoying it. Lots of new songs, playing Shrek.
Lots of new songs, playing Shrek. No, I haven't downloaded that, by the way.
Chinny, you're up.
So last week I played Mario Maker, and
yes, I heard.
Yeah, so I've really got into the story mode of Mario Maker, so I've been playing more and more levels. But essentially, the story mode in Mario Maker is it feels like to me just levels that the creators of Mario, basically Nintendo, just made a bunch of levels using its own Mario Maker, right? So it's showing you, this is what we're doing, right? Here's some inspiration for you. So today, on the train back from London, I decided, because I've been playing the story mode most of the week, so I've only started to make a level today, and I finished one today as well. So it's pretty quick in terms of how quick you can turn a level round and how quick you can upload a level and people can be playing it. Now, I do have a course ID number, so if anybody who's got Mario Maker wants to play my course,
oh yeah,
I've put out on Twitter my Mario Maker ID. I know this is basically bollocks how Nintendo do this, but so if
I was listening to what you were saying last week. That is just
on HD. We're doing the podcast right now. We're not playing any games, so come back another time for Rocket League.
Yeah, it's totally ridiculous.
It is totally ridiculous how they do it. But so my Mario Maker ID, for people that care, if you gotta have obviously Mario Maker to actually play it, and if Twitter loads, then I'll give it to you. But it's a post on our
I was going to say,
Twitter.
what was quite interesting for me, and even now you talking about it, is obviously you've tried the Dreams demo. I've had a go of Dreams, but this sounds way simpler than the fiddliness.
It's crazy
Dreams.
how simple it is. It's crazy how simple it is. I think it all does it with its. I mean, this is old tap for people that have played Mario Maker 1, but for me, I've never played any Mario Maker before. So I've got like 2 hours on a train to kill. I'm like, okay, I'm going to actually learn it. And a lot of it was watching. They've got 3 categories of tutorial videos. So they've got beginner ones, intermediate, and advanced. Right. I only watched the beginner ones, and I was like getting, I wouldn't say bored, but like I just kind of I just want to get on with it now and make a fucking level already, right?
Yeah, I know how to put the block down on the thing. Come on.
Yeah, so that's what I did. So I thought, right, let's make a level, and it's quite interesting. Some of the tutorials that they give you, the beginner lessons, don't so much tell you, okay, this is how you place a block. I mean, they do go through a bit of that, right? This is how you do this. This is but they also like tell you about the concept about designing a Mario level, because designing a Mario level is most Mario levels are ridiculously simple but fun and engaging, right? So how do they do it? And it's like things. This was a really interesting. I never thought about this before. So how do you get a mushroom in Mario? Tell me. How do you get a mushroom?
You hit a block, and then the mushroom comes out.
You hit a block, and a mushroom comes out. Now, this is not always the case. There are cases where like a mushroom's in like a bubble, or it's just sitting there. But they explained why they put it in a block with a question mark, all right?
Uh-huh.
And they said when they show the way they do the tutorial is like there's this pigeon, right? Don't get excited, Stu. They don't have sex, right? There's this pigeon, and there's this woman, right? Again, Stu, don't get excited. And the pigeon is kind of making the levels, and the woman is playing them, right? So like it's kind of like a dialogue. This is how the tutorial goes. And the so the pigeon puts down, makes this level, and the mushroom isn't in a block, right? The mushroom is just there, okay? And the woman plays the level and grabs it, and she says, "Oh, that wasn't that satisfying." Or he says, the pigeon says, "Well, this is why we put items that are special in blocks, because it feels like you've done something. It's like a sense of like it's a reward,
like a loot crate before loot.
Exactly,
crates.
yeah. But the sense of you getting it out, you found it, right? You know what I mean? It's a block. It didn't exist.
When you think about it, that's kind of what it is, because it even makes like a little noise, doesn't it?
It makes a little noise. It's the exact same like trigger, but it's on a small scale. So I always knew in Mario that they use coins to guide you. All right, that isn't like news to me. All right, so one of the tutorials talks about coins is a way to guide the player, right? So for example, if there's some levels in Mario you're dropping or you're going up, and if you put a coin, because you can't see what's coming next, if you put a coin to one side, the player will go over to that side naturally, because they want the coins, right?
They want a coin, yeah.
But like what you notice about Mario levels is that there's coins, not too many coins. They talk about if you have too many coins, then it lessens the value of the coin, right? So they purposely like scatter coins, like one or two around, to lead the player along, but also to put the player where you want them to be, right? And it's just really interesting how they explain it.
So many mind games.
It is a little bit. So I've made a level now, right? So here's my ID, by the way. So my ID is L80PP2VQF. That's L80PP2VQF. So if you want to play any levels that I make, they'll all be on that ID. I've only published one so far, but I'm very, very proud of the one that I've made, because my aim. Well, I've played a couple of, because you can play. There's a couple of modes basically where you can just search for stuff. So, search for levels that people have made. And the problem with Mario Maker is that people are really bad at making Mario games, right? So, and my aim is to make levels that you would that you could plop into.
You might naturally find in a Mario game.
Yeah, because I played one today. It was very cool, but there was lots of blocks exploding. It would probably be. It wasn't very challenging, but it would probably be like a kind of. In Mario World, some of the levels at the end are very sort of flamboyant and easy. Right. Not all of them are easy. Some of them are really, really hard. But like you go. For example, like one of the hardest parts in Mario World is the special road, right? But at the end of the special road on one of the levels, it's just a bunch of coins spelling out "Thank you for playing," right? And it just rewards you with this nice little thing because you've been grafting all the way through the game. Whereas this level was a lot of that. It was just like a lot of explosions, a lot of like. It was really fun, right? but it wasn't very challenging. It wasn't a level per se. It was just like a fun thing
You see,
to play through.
that sounds like a lot of stuff that was in Little Big Planet. You know, but
It's the
that's
same
what
thing.
people made.
Yeah. Like people,
made a lot of levels like that.
not everybody's good at making Mario levels, so I am truly surprised at how pleased I am with my level and how short of a time it has taken me to make it. Right, because I've made levels in Little Big Planet. Obviously I've made stuff in Minecraft and it's taken me forever. But I made this Mario level in about 2 hours. And I had a rough version of it to play. And I gave it to Tara. I said, Tara, play this bit. And she played it. And she was like, oh, that was fun. I was like, oh, I didn't know what to do. There was a bit in my level, right? This is what I love about it, right? In Mario, I'm playing it as my theme is Super Mario World, right? Because it's my favourite one. In Mario, if you know the spin jump, are you familiar with the spin jump? You can jump and spin.
Yeah,
So if you do that spin jump, you can break the yellow blocks, right?
Okay.
And for a section of my level, you have to do that, right? But Tara got to that point, she didn't know that you could do that. So what I did, I was going to take it out because I was like, oh, it's too difficult to work it out. But I was like, no, because I will introduce it earlier in a simpler way, right? There is no way to get through this section.
Shows you.
So like and it's like by the time you get to that other section where you have to do it, you must have done it already. So it's like basically the theme of the level. Each level has a theme. And I could probably add more. It's a bit short and sweet, my level. It wouldn't be.
How long does it take to play your level?
Sorry.
How long does it take to play your level?
Oh God, like I could finish it in like probably a minute. It doesn't take long.
So there you go, people. Start up your speak pipe, play Chinny's level, and then talk us through it as you're playing it. We want to hear those.
Yeah, that might be challenging, but I'd be curious it was fascinating watching Tara play it. All right.
Yeah.
I was like, this is wicked. Getting the reward of watching somebody play your level was so cool.
So can I ask you? Obviously, in Little Big Planet and Dreams, obviously levels that people have made are just there to play. So is literally the only way I could play your level is by getting your code off you. It wouldn't just be in like a new levels created
it would
for them. So it is in that as well.
Yeah, so the way they do it is I've got Mario Maker in front of me. I can just quickly load it up, right? So and I'll get it up on the stream as well.
Oh, that's a good idea.
No, that'd be useful, wouldn't it?
Then we can see exactly what you're talking about.
Oh,
it's almost like I forgot to do it.
I know. Who knew?
What an amazing opportunity we have with this video.
I know, this
stuff.
stuff.
Let's just show this looping animation of us playing and talking.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sorry. Yes. So what they do is you can add tags to your level, right? So for example, if you make a speedrun level, you can tag it as a speedrun level.
Sure.
You can tag it as a standard level, so it's like just a normal level. You could tag it as a I don't know what you want really. Like, there's all sorts of stuff. But actually there's not that many tags. That's what I was shocked about.
So this is your level we're looking at now.
No, unfortunately I haven't uploaded anything crazy. I'm trying to get a video of like somebody like making a level. We'll see. There's a guy on. I don't usually like putting up videos where there's a guy in the corner, but we'll just put it up. So right, let's turn on Mario Maker, and you can hear it on there. There we go. It's on. Right. So if you go into like Course Maker, like there's different things. The story mode, which we all know what that is. Course Maker is when making the course yourself, right? You can save up to 32 like slots, right? 32 different courses, and you can also save as. So my course that I've made, I can save as and like add to it and add to it and add to it.
So you can keep on developing it as you go along.
That's right. So then there's Course World. So when you click on Course World, right, what happens is you can just click on courses. When you click on courses, there's hot courses. So I don't quite...
Hot courses.
Hot courses. There's popular courses, new courses, and detailed search. Now, I haven't really clicked around on here, but hot courses, I think, are just courses that are doing well currently. That probably makes sense. And you can scroll them. You can see which theme they are in terms of like which are they Mario 3, Mario World, blah 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 blah. Popular courses. So yeah, I mean once you go on hot courses, they've been played. Like the top one has been played 12 times and been liked 5 times. Whereas you go on popular courses, it's been played 113,000 times. Right,
That's
so
small difference.
very big difference. And I've played the popular course here. It's number 7 on the popular courses, and it's called Beanstalk Fairy Tale. We got a new follower on Twitch, by the way. Thanks to the new follower. So anyway, yes. So Beanstalk Fairy Tale is one that I just played, where it's like it's a good theme. It's all about beanstalks and stuff throughout, and it goes all the way up.
Slow down. What?
I know, it's crazy. Then there's new courses. So obviously new courses are getting uploaded all the time. It's very. I mean, obviously, like.
So was any random people played yours? Do you know how many
I
people
uploaded. I don't know how to find out that information. Right.
Because wouldn't you think that'd be like one of the first? Because you want to know. That's why you do this shit.
I'm sure. I'm sure you can find that out. So right, uploaded course. So
let us know how to find out how many.
No, I can do it.
Level.
I can do it. Right. So I click on my little character and uploaded courses. Yeah, 3 people have played my course, and I only uploaded it. I don't know, about an hour ago. I've got nobody that liked my course. No one liked it.
So I hate your course.
Yeah, they went fucking shit. That is.
Yeah, yeah. So I got a clear rate of 60%. Only 3 out of 5 have cleared it. It only tells me who's cleared it. It does. So five people have actually played it. Somebody's got. It tells you the world record. It tells you what's that?
Put out like a reward for doing it faster.
So I think it tells you. Oh, failure points. So failure points is basically where people die on your course.
All right. As in the point on the course where they failed, not a point as in you got 10 points for failing.
Yeah. So that's giving me feedback. So I'm literally looking at it right now. So on my course is pretty simple. It's not that difficult, right? So I'm spotting that on my course, the 2 people that died right at the end. It gets a little bit trickier at the end. So yeah, I know exactly why they died.
And they went, "Fuck this shit! I'm not playing this shit no more."
Yeah, exactly. So So but I that doesn't mean I'm gonna change it. But you could, if you're seeing that. So like people keep dying here, and you don't want them to die there. I mean, like the end is probably a good place where you want people to die, right? You know what I mean? Because you're like, oh, they're almost there.
Nearly make it.
Yeah, nearly made it. So I'm happy with that so far.
So he's made the Cuphead of Mario levels.
Yes, I like it.
It's not that difficult. Honestly, my level is not difficult at all. It's really not. But I just wanted to put it was my first basic course. I just wanted to put something out there.
Just have a go.
Have a go and put some ideas, and it gets you thinking.
So let me ask you this. Now that you've done that first course, are you going to go for more elaborate stuff now then?
I think I'm always going to go with a theme, right? So it's like. What I've noticed about the Mario levels that are on the story mode is that it's like this theme is surviving in lava, and the whole level is about surviving in lava. This theme is using shells to get out of stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's always like a theme, and they say that in the tutorials. It's like they show you a level and it's got mishmashed of all different enemies, all different gizmos, and they even say, like, when you mash it together too many different things, it doesn't make any sense, and it's just ugly. So I think I'm just going to go for themes. So there's these hooks in the game that grab you and you can swing on them, right? So I was thinking about doing a whole level of those. Just keeping it, like... I just want to make levels that are just... The really good line in the tutorial is there is a difference between... hard and challenging, right?
Yeah.
That's a really good line, and that's what I keep thinking about.
that's quite interesting because obviously, and I know I keep bringing you back to Beat Saber, but that's the difference. People make these levels that are hard, but they're not satisfying because they're
Exactly.
not challenging. They're just fucking hard.
That's it. That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking about when you was talking about Beat Saber. Is that
Yeah.
I played a couple of levels that people have made, right? Before I came onto the show, and one of the levels was, you can tell that he put some thought into it, right? It was kind of well put together, but
Yeah.
it was only when you had to die before you figured out what to do.
Yeah,
right.
you see.
And in most Mario levels, you don't die that often, right? You don't in Mario
Yeah.
levels. It's very rare that you have to die to figure out what to do. That isn't a mechanic that Mario levels have. You die because you fucked up usually.
Yeah.
But this level was like Limbo's design is you die because you don't know what's going to happen next. That's Limbo's design.
To learn.
Right?
Learn from it.
Death is learning, but the advantage that Limbo has is that you come straight back immediately, right? So that's part of Limbo's design. In Mario does not work like that. There are checkpoints in Mario levels, I understand that, but like Nintendo don't like you to die. Nintendo are all about the player having fun and enjoying the experience, enjoying the level, enjoying the challenge without the punishment of death too often, right? So this guy who had made a very, very good level, and the jumps and the space in between the jumps were very, very well spaced out. You could tell that this guy has put some thought into it, but that's not how Nintendo make their levels, right? That is, it didn't feel very Mario to me, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, I didn't enjoy playing it because this is not how I like to play my Mario games. So I think at the moment, the first level that I've uploaded, I probably won't change it, right? I probably won't make massive changes to it. But one thing I would probably change is trying to ramp up the difficulty to it, or try and extend it a little bit more, make it a little bit more difficult. Maybe put a pipe in there. So some of the cool things that you can do in Mario Maker 2 is you can add slopes. You couldn't add slopes in Mario Maker 1, which kind of makes it more sort of like more Mario games. You could do this. The other things you could do is you couldn't have auto scrolling levels. So you know when the camera just constantly
Yeah, I've
moves.
seen quite a few auto runners, isn't there?
No, not auto runners where the camera's scrolling.
Ah, right, okay.
Right, so
Scrolling.
there's not that many auto runners anymore. Like when the first Mario Maker came out, auto runners was just like everywhere. But the thing about auto runners is they're a bit boring. You know what I mean? Like they're all show and no, there's no challenge to it. It's just like a bit silly. I might play some just to see, get some.
I mean,
ideas.
who's gonna make a game like that now? Super Meat Boy forever.
But my aim with every level that I make is to just make a game that kind of feels like that's almost like I could see that in a Nintendo game. The one thing that I've added in my, and it was kind of by accident, right? I wouldn't say break the game, but I could get to a place where I wasn't meant to get to, right? So you know what I mean? I got to a ledge. So there's a bit in my level where let me just basically talk you through my level. My level is right. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. There's a bit in my level where you hit 4 blocks and 4 1-ups come out of them, right? But you can't get to them. You have to run alongside them, right, until they drop. Okay.
Right.
And that's basically the gist of the second half of my level, right? Is for you to get these 1-ups. Once you've got the 1-ups, where they fell from, you can by accident you can get up there. And I was like, I didn't mean for that to happen. So an easy fix would be to block it off or whatever, right?
Right.
But I thought, because I can get up here, but it's not exactly what I wanted me to do, I'm going to reward the player for getting up here if they can.
Almost like a secret.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So if somebody gets up here, I will reward them. So I put another ledge that's out of view, full of coins, right? Just loads of fucking coins.
Nice.
But I did something even smarter than that. All right.
Wow.
What I purposely did. So I was like, okay, so if somebody goes up there, they get all these coins, but no one will ever know to go up there, right? No one will ever just. The only people that will go up there.
So you think?
So I think, but no one will know to go up there. They'll either just try and go up there because They just want to try and break my game.
That's what gamers do.
Yeah.
Come
So
on,
what
let's
I
be
did,
honest here.
so what I did is I put coins in the area what they shouldn't be in, right? So what the gamer brain should say is like, if there are coins there, that means I should be able to get them, right? So why would the maker of this level put coins there if I'm not supposed to be there? So that tells the gamer.
That question about God every day.
That tells the gamer, right? If there's coins there, I should be able to get them. That's the rule, right? Like coins can't be in unobtainable places. So then, there should be something up there. So you use coins as bait to get up there, and then he'll find that, or he or she will find like, oh, there's another ledge with coins on it. So it's just interesting. Like, it's just really cool. I just loved it. I just thought it was so satisfying. It's such a simple level.
Shinny, you should obviously be a game designer.
I don't
Screw
think
fucking filmmaking.
But I suppose it's just interesting for me. Like, I mean, I'm looking at this section that he's making like, on the screen now. He's making a part of this level where he has to get 2 shells, kick one up, kick the other one up, bounce on one, bounce on the other.
It's pretty ingenious, that, but who would think to do
See,
that?
like that,
though?
I ain't into that because, you know, Nintendo would never make a level where you do that, right?
Yeah, and be so, like, why would you think to do that?
I mean, there's a lot of.
It's got to be logical, hasn't it? Puzzles
It's got to
have
be
gotta
logical. Like, that ain't, to me, that ain't a puzzle. That's a trick, right? That's a Mario trick what speedrunners would use, right? There are lots of modded versions of Mario World where they have to do tricks like that to get out of shit. That, to me, isn't a category of Mario player I want to appeal to, right? Do you know what I mean? I want to make Mario levels where Tara could play it and with a bit of challenge could get through it, right? That, to me,
makes sense.
Yeah. I don't want to make Mario levels for people that can do all sorts of stupid Mario tricks. Because that, if I showed Tara this fucking trick, she would never be able. I can't do this trick, right? She
But you wouldn't think to do it. It's
No.
not, like you say, it's not logical, is it? It's not like, oh yeah, what I need to do is pick up these shells, throw one in the air, then throw the other in the air at the
it's
same
ridiculous.
time, and then bounce off them both.
My aim is to make levels that like Tara would be able to finish.
Yeah.
And that's not a discredit to Tara. That's she
No,
she
you
likes
average
Mario.
Joe, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. She
Well, you
likes
average
Mario
Joe to
games.
do it.
She's played plenty of Mario games, but she's not like she doesn't know how to do these kind of tricks, right? And I believe that's probably how Nintendo make levels. Do you know what I mean? They make
They want it
levels
to be accessible,
for everybody.
don't they? And this isn't accessible, is it?
No, exactly not. So that's my aim. You know what? I absolutely love it because I think the reason why I love Mario Maker is it scratches that itch, right, of creation. I think most people have this creation itch. I think most people want to create something, right? I think it's healthy to create something, whether it's a painting, whether it's a level on a game, a fucking statue in a made up Minecraft world. To create something is just sort of an itch we all have. But Mario Maker allows me to do it very, very quickly, very, very easily on scale, right? Whereas Minecraft, as much as I love Minecraft, doesn't necessarily do that very quickly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then Dreams definitely doesn't.
No, and Dreams is like the other end of the scale. Whereas Mario Maker is, it's quick, it's easy, it's intuitive, it's so simple to do. And Dreams is like, fuck you, you're just going to have to learn how to do all this stuff.
But what's quite interesting for me is, like, right, just going back to, you know, how many levels you can save. 30-something, did you say?
32.
Like the number
32.
32. So could you connect all those 32 levels together like a full campaign story game?
No, I don't think you can. No. I actually, to be honest, I don't know. But the way...
See, I'd be interested to see if you could get those 32 levels and actually create your own Mario game almost.
Yeah,
by linking all the levels together into one big game.
That would be ideal, but I really don't think you can. I don't know. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm asking the question.
We've got a new follower from Daniel Knight 17, who's also hosting us.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Daniel.
You don't have to do that noise. It already makes a noise on the stream.
Can I ask how many screens you get per level then? So how big can these levels be?
They can be pretty big. there's obviously a limit to how much stuff you can put in. But you can have, for example, this chap here. I mean, he's making his level pretty big. You can see that, right? So it's pretty much this, like when you fly up in a Mario level, there's a sky and stuff. So yeah, you can.
Oh, slow down. What? What
You know, like,
wizard is this?
It's not a low ceiling to the level is what I'm saying when you make it. So it feels like an average Mario level in terms of how high it can go, right? When you get a cape and you fly up, there is a limit to how high you can go in a Mario level. It feels like it's pretty much the same as it is in normal Mario levels. You can also make different like levels in terms of like I relate it to like levels in a building, right? So this would be level 1, and if you made a pipe and went down, you can make a level 2 and like a level 3. I've not done that.
All right, okay. So whereas I was asking, could you link your save slots together into one bigger game? You can kind of do that within a level by adding pipes and stuff to create sub levels, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, like you know, like the classic Mario levels where there's a pipe, and you go down the pipe, and then there's a little bonus thing, right? You can do that in this, and one of the levels that I really, really liked, and I think I talked about it last week on Mario Maker in the normal story mode, was there are to win the level there are 4 keys, right? But if you want to get the full 8, if you want to get all the coins in the level, you've got to get 8 keys. And I want to make a level like that because each key was like a puzzle. Each key was like, oh, to get this key, you've got to figure out this little puzzle.
That's basically Adventure from the Atari back in the day.
Yeah, so I want to make a level like that where I make a room full of puzzles, and each puzzle has a key, and I have to, work it out and It's pretty clever. I played a lot of clever levels on the story mode, very clever stuff. Some of the levels. One of them was like you have to get a stone to the end of the level, but you have to get. It doesn't really tell you where the stone is, and then you find out that the stone is actually buried in the wall, but you can't get it. But you need Yoshi to get it. It's very clever how they did it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just great. So Mario Maker is fantastic. You have my ID. Just check the Veteran Gamers Twitter for my ID code. So if you've got Mario Maker, please play my one level at the moment. If you can, if you could like stream it or make a video of you playing the level, that would be really interesting to me as well. So if you could do that, and you can leave comments on the levels, you can even like leave like a thing where you can draw on it and stuff. I haven't seen any kind of mad crazy swear words or anything on those. So yeah, good. I love Mario Maker. Is absolutely fantastic. And what the one sort of advantage it has on other games where you create levels is that it's so quick, simple, and rewarding to do it.
Yeah.
Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, this guy's level just looks ridiculous.
Yeah, the guy on the screen, he's obviously like a bit of a pro sort of Mario Maker guy. And the tricks.
How difficult can I make this thing?
Yeah, the tricks that he's trying to do is like I get that, but I don't know. And again, the audience of Mario Maker might be more into these levels than what I'm trying to create, but I don't really care about what I just want people to play my levels. Oh, that was enjoyable, and that's it. So I don't know. I think it's cool. It's interesting. I just find it academically quite interesting what you do, like the behaviours of a person in a level. It's really interesting to do it. It's cool.
Very good. Daniel Knight is asking for a game of snooker.
Not right now, Daniel. So yes, I do play snooker a lot on this YouTube channel.
Play me.
So Eddie's asking to play me, but this is a podcast. We're talking about other video games. Thank you, Daniel.
And also we've got Rensn. I don't know how you pronounce that. Rensn. He says, I don't get why two people dislike, because it's not snooker. That's probably why. Because people come here to see Chinny play snooker.
Yeah.
That's
normally.
Well, my philosophy is I do what I want.
Yeah.
Whatever. I do what I want.
I do what I want.
Right, Duke.
Yeah. Cash me outside. How about that?
I guess we're on to you, Duke.
All right, so I've been playing Fallout 4, this you know.
Yeah.
But I forgot last week to talk a little bit about my companion, who is Curie. And I don't think any companion will ever be cooler than Kate. She's the one you find in the combat zone, and she's
yeah.
hard as nails, really funny, sarcastic. She's the person who, when you find someone starving out in the wild and they're like, water, please, and you give them water, it says, Kate disliked that.
Nice.
It's like, damn, Kate, you're hardcore. Like, that's
I like
me.
it.
Man,
I
what the
like it.
hell? But
I think-
anyway.
who's the one with
but
the red coat? Who's that companion?
red coat? Oh, are you talking about the ghoul? Because there's a guy from Good Neighbor who, as soon as you show up in Good Neighbor, this is a spoiler for Fallout 4 at the beginning of the your time in Good Neighbor. Someone tries to get money from you, and this dude, Hancock, shows up and just stabs him to death. And you're like, oh my god, welcome to Good Neighbor. And I think he had a coat.
I think he might have been my companion because I liked the cut of his jib.
Yeah, he's got an interesting personality. I actually thought I would make him my companion this time through, but then I was looking up a list of companions, and I was like, ooh, Curie sounds interesting, and I've never been to that part of that vault, so okay. You go to Vault 87 or something, and you have to do a side quest, and you find her trapped in some medical lab, and you let her out. She's a floating, she looks like Mr. Handy or whatever, right?
Okay.
And her quest is she wants to be in a synth body. There's only so much she can do and understand about the world in her robot body. So she wants her intelligence implanted into a synth. And so you do that. And it's interesting because she has more of a human identity after that. She's like, I cannot float along. I must walk using these legs. And she's got all these emotions, and she's got some interesting philosophical moments and whatever. But my favorite thing about her is when you're like entering combat, she'll say things like, you know, combat has begun. And then when you're done, she goes, I have survived the hostilities. And once in a while, she'll say something like, I believe the term is Yahoo. And it's just really cute because she's got this, you know, kind of naive personality. She's a scientist. She was designed to just sit in a lab and do, you know, medical stuff. But now she's out in the wasteland killing monsters and stuff. And one of my favorite lines is when you go, you know, looting corpses after a battle, she'll say, I believe we were supposed to file the police report, yes? And all the little things go in baggies for evidence. And it's just like, it's so cute. She's got this, you know, notion of life before the bombs fell. And yeah, she's a really cool character. So big thumbs up for Curie in Fallout 4. The other thing I'll talk about here real quick, because there's not much to say about it. During the Steam sale, I bought Katamari Damacy Reroll.
Oh, yeah.
Port for PC. And it's such a glorious game. I'm so much better at it now because for some reason I could never get the hang of controlling it back on the PS2. But now I really got the hang of it. So I'm just nailing each level as I get to it. And it's just so much fun. It's a pure fun game. It's just cute. You know, it's all about, for those who don't know, you're this little alien and you're rolling things up and you have a little ball and things stick to it, but only things that are smaller than your ball. But as you stick more and more things to it, bigger and bigger things get stuck to it to the point where eventually you're rolling up buildings and cows and vans and stuff. So it's just a really cute, fun game. The port is awesome. I thought I might be able to use the keyboard at first, but nah, it really needs a controller.
I've always wanted to play a Katamari game. I remember I played the demo. I can't remember. It was some demo that I played of it. And I think it was in the really early 360 days. And I think it might have been a port of this.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I just it didn't hit me at the right day or the right time of my life.
Let's be honest, it's Japanese and it's weird and shit.
Yeah.
It's a WOS game.
But it's not shit. No, it's not shit. Because
it's a WOS game. This is a classic
it's
WOS
not
game.
a WOS game. It's because it's not shit. Because
Yeah,
anybody
well, none of the fucking games I talk about are shit, but you still call them
Yes,
WOS
they are.
games.
totally are. Because you're a pigeon.
Journey is not shit.
That's
Journey
shit.
is not shit. No, it is not.
Whatever. The point is, anybody who picks this up, they know what to do instantly, and they have a good time doing it.
Yeah.
Well, lots of the things I play, you have a good time.
Okay,
doing
that's
it
not
just
what
'cause
this
you
is
don't
about.
like it.
That's not what this is about.
Calling them that name.
Right.
The point is, it is Japanese. It's a really weird notion. You're definitely right about the weird part. It is a weird game. I just love the fact that it's so intuitive and it's so, you know, It's just enjoyable. Like
I
never have a bad time playing this game.
I think at the time that I played it, I just wasn't. I probably didn't have enough of an open mind to this kind of game. I probably played it in 2006, and I was playing more like Gears of War and Halo, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Something a little more conventional, maybe.
Yeah, and I just wasn't. I get it now, but I think I've always wanted to try a Katamari game. I just like the idea of it. There's another game where is it like it's like a hole. It's very similar to Katamari, but you instead of like rolling up a ball, it's like you've got a hole, and you've got to put things in the hole that are smaller than the hole.
I think I've heard of that. I just don't know what the name is or anything. Moby, Juby, something like that.
Can I just let you know, Katamari is on sale on the Switch at the moment.
Oh, is it? Really?
There you go.
It is.
When you say on sale, is that like fucking 50 quid?
It's part of the summer sale. I'm not sure how much it is, but it's on the sales. It's in the sales.
It's off.
Yeah.
No, they've got some good reductions, to be fair.
I'm glad to hear it.
Let's have a look what I'm going to find out. I'm on the Switch now, so I'm going to find out how much it is.
Go on, have a look. I thought I'd seen it earlier in the week that it was on sale, so I was like, oh yeah, summer sale.
Yeah. So you liking it, Duke?
I am. It's a lot of fun. Big thumbs up. Yes. All right, Stu, you're up.
Right, yes. I have been playing something other than the VR because I've been away this week, so I took the Switch with me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Indeed, I do. So I've been playing a very modern new game called Skyrim.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. And God, when you talk about companions or followers, Lydia is fucking thick.
Lydia's cool. I like her.
She is so thick, though. When in some tombs, she just walks into axes that are swinging for no reason.
Well, yeah.
She continues to attack enemies even though they're kicking the shit out of her. I mean,
she's sworn to carry your burdens.
She's sworn to get killed.
Well, she does.
She is just rubbish. Oh my God. Lydia is sworn to get killed. That is what she's for. But yeah. It's a lot of fun. I'm at the Greybeards part again for about the
boring
time.
part.
I know, yeah.
That's boring.
You need to learn. You are an amazing fast learner. This is incredible. Yeah, so I've learning some more shouts and stuff like you do. Getting me ass kicked. I've been through a few tombs. I'm like, I gotta come back for that last bit because I'm still not hard enough. I haven't got any decent enough weapons to kill the shit out of those. So I'll come back later. Do you know what I'd like? And I'm probably wrong in this. There probably is a way of doing this. Is there any way to mark places you've been that you haven't finished because you weren't at a high enough level to do it?
Nope.
See, that's stupid. Why not?
First of all, the game scales with you, so I know what you mean. There are some places that are going to be really hard anyway, but I would like that option to have some sort of indication.
Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, I've got to the last tomb on this thing, but I'm not quite leveled high enough, or I haven't got a decent enough weapon to complete it. So I'll just mark it on my map and then come back later.
No, you won't. You'll make.
I know I won't. I won't.
You'll make a little list on a piece of paper.
Oh, it's just ridiculous, though, isn't it? I was like, yeah, I get that, and I know it's like a 8-year-old game, so I guess that I'm sure there's probably a mod on PC that accommodates for that.
I've never seen it, but it might exist.
Yeah, it probably does. But yeah, it just would be it's just such a little thing. Like, I'll just put a marker here. This is the one I haven't done.
Yes.
Because it marks it on your map, but there's that many things on your map after you've come across them. It's like, which one was it again?
Right.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm getting to grips with lockpicking. I'm trying to do a lot more archery this time, which I didn't really do the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm leveling that up a lot and trying to get sort of better at that. And I am doing all right with it. It's you can sneak enough.
Game.
Yeah, if you sneak enough, obviously you can do lots of damage on enemies and stuff if they don't know you're coming. Yeah. So I do quite like that. So I'm mixing it up between that and one-handed and obviously fireballs and stuff and flames because that tends to be the standard thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing that, and I've got sort of a few good weapons. I've managed to open a few master and expert locks on low lockpicking, which is kind of a fun thing to get, to actually do.
Yeah.
And quite satisfying because you just know you've got to move it like a millimeter, to get the right place. Once you've found the place, It's just bloody centering in on exactly where it needs to be
It takes
angled.
some actual skill, doesn't it?
Yeah. And you're turning it round, and you're like, and you think, oh yeah, it's gonna click now, and snaps, and you're like, shit. And then
Yep.
you've got to try and figure out which way do I need to go? Do I need to go slightly up or slightly down? I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, it's good. So yeah, I am enjoying it. I played a lot on the plane, so this was my playing game because it passes the time.
Yeah.
So but I have fallen foul, and I should know better. I've played freaking Oblivion to death, and I've played Skyrim quite a bit and Fallout and stuff. I still forget to save. The amount of times I'll fucking get killed right near the end of a tomb or something, I'm like, oh fuck, I never saved. And then
spam that F5 on the PC. Quick save, quick save, quick save.
I know. Well,
is there a quick save button on the Switch?
Yeah. You basically, if you go into the save menu, the quick save's the first option. No, there isn't a quick save.
Quick save is one button saving. You
don't
have...
Yeah. No, you've still got to press the plus button and then quick save. But you're told to avoid doing it on the Switch version. Because if you quick save too many times, it starts glitching the game out.
Shit.
But that's Bethesda for you. They had a similar issue on the PS4 version as well, so it's not isolated to Switch. But yeah, no.
Race.
Yeah, well, fucking Bethesda's shit.
Seamaster Race.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty good. Like I say, I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna try and get a lot further than I did on the PS4 version. I played it for about 30 hours on PS4.
Yes.
But on this version so far, I've probably put them out, I guess, about 5 or 6 hours, I suppose.
So what's making you play Skyrim on the Switch? Is it just the convenience of having it?
It's the convenience, and it was in the sale, so I only paid. I say in the sale, I mean, you could pick this up for about £3 or something, probably on the PC. But it was like 20 quid instead of 40 or something, on one of the sales they had. So I was like, nah, I'll pick it up. I'll play it again. It is kind of cool.
Katamari, by the way, is £10 on the Switch. £10.
There you go. I don't know how much is it normally. Is that a good deal?
I got a clue, mate.
Yeah. So yeah, I am, like I say, I am enjoying getting into Skyrim. And I know I always say Witcher 3 is better, and it is. But it doesn't mean to say I don't enjoy Skyrim as well. I can appreciate it for what it is, but fuck me, I hate the combat.
That everybody loves.
I know, but the combat is so clunky and horrible. I hate it. I hate the combat. There's no skill at all. It's just like hit. How good is my sword? Hit. There's no dodging.
Anything else you want to say? You trying to get a rise out of me?
No, but there isn't. I'm speaking facts here. There's no combos. There's no skill.
I love it. It's a lot of fun.
Blocking, rolling. There's nothing. It's literally just hit, fire, fire. Ooh, heal, hit, fire.
Did you mind it in Oblivion?
Well, no, but Oblivion's that old. There was nothing better than that. Just because something exists at a point in time doesn't mean to say something can evolve or be better than it later on.
So you're okay. So you don't like the combat. What else?
Yeah, and also I don't think it's evolved that much from Oblivion.
Okay.
There should be some sort of evolving combat. This is what
the combat.
What else? I don't like a lot of the voice acting is pretty ropey, to be fair.
I agree with that, no doubt.
Facial animations aren't great.
Basically, the game is shit.
No, it's not. But all those minor things aren't
just
great.
Everything I have to say about it is negative.
But the game as a whole is fun to play, and it's not those things that make it fun. It's fun.
It's a really fun game, and everybody loves it.
It's the exploration, the sort of finding something new or something interesting.
You can go
the mapping system's terrible.
Go and do the Dawnbringer quest, and then you can go and do the Dreams quest in Dawnstar, and then
there's tons of content.
Right, it's a wonderful game that everyone loves.
Content. But it isn't without its issues. I'm just pointing out that
I don't think the issues are the problem now with Skyrim. Its success proves that. It's the combat.
By the way, yes, this is Switch footage. By the way, this is on the Switch.
Yes, I am. It's on the Switch.
I made sure I got the Switch footage when I got it on YouTube. So it is.
Does it look okay on the Switch before you finish?
Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah. It absolutely looks fine. The character models, like I say, probably aren't as good, but they're not very good on any platform, so I don't suppose that really matters very much.
I'm not talking. I didn't ask you to bash Skyrim.
It does look great, It
doesn't need an invitation to just go ahead and does it.
They have done, right, and I know it's an old game, But on that piece of hardware that's running on effectively an Android phone, they've done a pretty good job. You know,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
It's
pretty
so
good.
gorgeous. The world of Skyrim is gorgeous. The mountains, the lakes, the paths, the villages, all the the cold areas. It's a magnificent game.
Yeah,
And
and to
never-
get that to run on a Switch is pretty impressive.
Very
Yes, I agree.
You
All
know.
right. So, anything else about Skyrim? Or are we ready to move on
Nope.
to Chinny's next game?
Move
Chin-
on.
Not much for me. Obviously, Minecraft is still a thing in my life. I have been blowing up a lot of terrain in Minecraft, and I have to apologise to Mark Annex because Mark's railway goes through.
Did you fucking blow something up you're not supposed to?
No, well, to be fair, I mean Mark's railway was there before my statue, but fuck that. It is my land.
Did you blow his railway up? Is that
Yes.
what we're asking?
No, but like I didn't accidentally blow his rail. Like, get this straight, right?
What, you blew it up on purpose?
Yeah. Let me finish. I did not accidentally blow up his railway, right? I knew that my demolition process would fuck up his railway. I purposely blocked his railway, right? Knowing that his railway's fucked, right? And then I had the complete mindset of going, I will fix this when I'm done blowing shit
You'll
up.
rebuild it.
Right.
You'll rebuild his railway.
But it's both a pro and a con that people are so helpful and friendly in Minecraft that they repaired Mark's railway.
They went, oh, what fucking Chinny's done.
No,
Blow
no.
them.
Yeah, like it's like, oh, we'll repair Mark's railway because I know Chinny's like blowing a lot of stuff up. We'll repair it, and I didn't want them to because guess what? I still have to blow shit up, right? So I fucking
So you're just gonna
We're
blow
gonna
it
have to
up
fix
again.
it again,
so
numbskulls.
I blew it up again. So now I'm going to block off Mark's railway, and basically just put a sign up saying, "Do not fix this until I finish blowing
Come on,
shit up."
finished, man.
Because they keep fixing it. I'm like, I'm going to blow it up again. So stop wasting your fucking time. I will repair Mark's railway. I promise.
Maybe, right, Chinny, you should have done a bit of planning and actually informed everyone what you were up to. Then they wouldn't keep fixing it when you've blown it up.
I didn't expect
Nah,
them.
screw that.
I didn't expect blowing up the terrain. It doesn't take long to do, but it's taken me long to do it because I keep doing it in like, like, oh, I'm free for 10 minutes. I'll do it here. So it doesn't actually take me time in game long to do it, but over real lifetime, it has taken me a while because I haven't been playing Minecraft as much as I'd like because they updated the realms and I couldn't get into my realm because they updated them, so I couldn't get in them for a while. You know, it's all a big fact. I've been playing Mario Maker. I've been away to London, so I haven't really had a chance to really just settle down and just get it done. So I haven't even attempted to fill it up all with water yet. I did discover a what do you call it? A mob spawner, pretty close to where I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah. So I'm thinking about farming some XP. Is that what you can do with those mob spawners? You can farm XP, I think.
What's up, double egg?
There you go.
Yeah.
So Duke's,
Chicken, 2 eggs.
Duke's
How
just
about-
talking to people in his house.
He is.
Yeah.
The invisible people.
So not much really to report back on Minecraft. Still playing it. I just kind of have the Mario Maker itch at the moment. So yeah, I've got one of the. I am going to talk about Snooker 19 next, but there is news with Snooker 19. So
Oh,
it's
news.
worthy of talking.
Snooker news.
But that's me done.
Okay. Well, it's my turn now, and it's time to play everybody's favorite game. Let's play. Guess the game that Duke has played.
and finished this week.
That's
Well,
right.
I'm
and
not
finish
even
the
going to
game.
take part because we're all going to go Red Dead 2 and you're going to go, oh, no.
Of course not. It's not Red Dead 2. Guess
Of course
again.
it's not.
I'll give you a hint. I'll
oh,
give
go
you
on.
a hint.
Go on.
The name of the game is said frequently in the game.
Super hot. Super
Super hot.
hot.
Super hot. Super hot. Yes, I've played Super Hot, and I have some feelings about it.
Uh-oh.
Yes,
It's a great game. There's no doubt about it.
it is.
the Matrix style meta story is fun for a while. It got kind of tedious toward the end. Time does not freeze if you don't move.
Kind
It
of does.
almost does.
It almost does, yeah.
Still
It
move
all-
a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
So that's fine, but I was confused because I thought I could like literally walk away from the thing and come back and nothing would be different. No, the world is moving a little bit at a time, even if you're not moving. So whatever. It's not a big deal, but that messed me up for a little while because I was expecting one thing and I got something else. So whatever. The fact that there's no way to like look down the scope, that messed me up at the first. It's not a big deal, but it I was expecting to have some in fact I kept throwing guns because my instinct when playing a shooter is to hit the right trigger or the right button.
Yeah, to aim.
Yeah, to aim. And so instead I'm throwing my guns away and I'm like, wait.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, well, that's just me. So the reason why it bugged me that time does not freeze when you're not moving is because grabbing a gun from 2 feet away is instant, but reloading is not. So that's weird because there's obviously some choices they're making about what happens quickly and what happens slowly.
Well, no, every little movement you make creates time moving. So it doesn't matter whether you're loading a gun or picking a gun up or whatever. Whatever you're doing, time moves forward as soon as you do it.
Yes, it does. What I'm saying, however, is it'll take half a second to grab a gun off of a shelf. It'll take 1 full second or 2 seconds for your handgun to reload, to put the next bullet in the chamber.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's not a huge deal, but it struck me as incongruous for us to be able to grab a gun so quickly, but to have to wait so long for the bullet to come back into the chamber. Like I said, it's not a big deal. I don't want to make it into a federal case, but it was kind of annoying.
It must be. They must have thought about the speed of those things when
Yeah,
making-
will of them.
that.
That's fine.
What I would say to you, Duke, is that I would assume that they've doctored and tweaked and
Yeah. Oh, sure.
looked at the time it takes to do these things, because I would imagine, right, and I again only speaking as a Mario Maker game designer now, but I would imagine
5 years of experience
in my experience of making one Mario Maker level, maybe the collection of the gun taking too long in terms of in-game time would be more frustrating, but the reloading of a gun is an interesting balance that you have to make.
I guess I found it. I wanted the bullet to be. I wanted to be able to pull the pistol on the trigger very quickly, and I couldn't, and that was kind of frustrating. So on the other hand, once you get the shotgun, obviously you're firing 6 projectiles at once, which is awesome. And then when you get the AR-15 or whatever it is, the machine gun, or not machine gun, but like the assault rifle, then you have a lot more power. So the fact,
but you've also got to think is you've got to still create a challenge for you.
Oh, of course, no
and
doubt.
part of the reason that happens is to make it challenging.
Yes, I get that, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I think the game has plenty of opportunities for this is a minor point. I don't want to spend all day talking about it.
Why do you want to keep talking about this minor point?
Yes, move on.
The game does a very good job of not overloading you with new things on every level.
Correct.
A lot of games like this, they'll just every level they'll throw some new thing in, and I really like the fact that they didn't do that here.
Yeah,
Instead,
that's true.
they played with having people above you. They played with having folks, a train car moving out of the way, and then there's people behind it. So they did a good job of variations on a theme rather than just new thing.
I think you're right, because there's a lot of games where like they introduce, here's a new thing, but they don't let you play with the last thing that you learn.
As soon as you figure out the one thing, they're throwing something new at you. This game instead says, first of all, the main mechanic, you're going to play with that for quite a few levels, and then they're going to throw in, okay, now there's a shotgun. Okay, now there's the assault rifle. Now there's this. Now there's that.
Sure.
But you get to play with them for a while, which is really good. I agree. Cool. The one thing I did not like about the way the game progressed is that at a certain point, they just start spawning enemies in randomly. And I know it's not random, but it felt like I was getting a hang of, okay, there's a person over here, there's a person over there. I take those two out, and then I can go into the next room. Suddenly, I'm getting shot from behind me, and I'm like, where did that person come from? So I go through the level again, and I realize there's a red flash of light, and then a dude just appears. And I was like, that bugs me because it feels arbitrary.
Right. It feels more like a game instead of a real scenario, maybe.
Right, exactly. And it feels like that Call of Duty thing where the enemies just keep coming until you achieve your objective. Now, I know that's not the case because, there is a certain number of enemies that die, but I like the fact that in the earlier levels, I know where each person is, I know what to account for, and there's nothing new that's going to get thrown at me along the way.
Yeah.
Now, that said, obviously, I needed to do each level like 10 times because I suck. And, and it's a tricky thing to try to figure out, okay, I'm going to shoot this person first because he has the gun up first, and then I'll punch that dude, take his gun, shoot the other guy, and whatnot. And for them to suddenly spawn in this other person, it just kind of messed with me a little bit. That was, a minor irritation. I don't want to blow it out of proportion, but it just kind of bugged me a little bit.
I can see how that's annoying, yeah.
The thing that drove me absolutely mental
Here we go.
was the final level.
Oh yeah.
Level. What the hell is wrong with people? And here's why it bugged me so much. Because I went into it with standard gamer logic, which is, look, GLaDOS in Portal tells you, incinerate the companion cube. Do you do what GLaDOS tells you? Hell no, of course not.
Hell
when
no.
Terrible says he walked to the right. You go right?
No.
Of course you don't go right. You go left. So at the end of Super Hot, when it says merge with the core, of course I'm not going to merge with the core. Oh, I know what I should do. I'm going to get one of these guns and shoot the core. And as soon as I start doing it, it flashes up. Don't bother. Oh, I'm on the right track. Oh, I got killed. Dang it. Okay, there's a lot of people I got to kill. Boom, boom, kill, kill. Okay, now I can shoot the core. Take out this guy, punch the other dude, shoot the core. Yeah, I'm getting this done. I don't know how many hit points the core has. It seems like a lot. And I get around to the edge of the thing in the back of the room, and there's this little alcove, and I can kill a guy, take his gun, shoot the core until it's empty, throw the gun at the core, punch the next dude coming up the stairs, take his gun, shoot the core. This is taking forever. I spent like 30 minutes on this.
Wow.
Literally.
Yeah, it sounds like the obvious thing to do, though, doesn't it?
It is the obvious thing to do. You don't do what the machine tells you to do. You're supposed to rebel. It's about not obeying the machine world. It's the Matrix, man. No, you're supposed to merge with the core.
I just merged with it.
The hell?
Ginny went merge.
It was completely counterintuitive to me. I don't. If I hadn't looked at a walkthrough, I would have been like, "You're really supposed to do what the game is telling you to do?" That goes against all logic.
Yeah, I suppose so. I see your point, but I don't remember.
Because I thought if you merge with the machine, it would be like, you fool, you fell for our trap, game over.
Yeah.
Now, that's silly, I guess, but that's what I was thinking.
No, I haven't got to the end of Super Hot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I dropped off because obviously someone else came. You know what I'm like. So I've never finished the actual
What are you
original Super
like?
Well,
I
spoil
know.
the end of Super Hot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I would have gone along with you,
I've
dude.
saved you a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I would have gone along with you, and I thought, yeah, gotta kill the core, man. Don't do what he
No,
says.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well-
That makes more sense than just doing what it tells you, doesn't it?
But the point is, as soon as I did it, I'm like, oh, this is easy. Because I had done this very, very difficult,
Yeah, you've done all the hard stuff, like made it harder for
hard,
yourself.
pointless thing, yeah. So, but like I said, it's a really good game. There's an endless mode now. There's challenges I can play. I might play those. I might not. I think it is very well done. It's very innovative. It was a lot of fun. It was one of those games. You know me. I don't often blaze through a new game lately.
No.
In fact, I started it up to play one level, and then I was going to go do something else, and then I was like, "Wow, that's really fun. I'm gonna do another level." It is one of those one more level type games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
Talking of which, as well as Skyrim, I've played a ton of Ape Out as well.
Oh
yeah.
Talking about one more level.
Very, very similar sort of itch that it had, scratches.
Yeah,
I think.
for
Ape
definitely.
Out.
Yeah. And I'm a long way through there now, so I didn't like it as much as you at the beginning, but it's grown on me. The more I've played it, the more it's kind of grown.
Yeah. For people that don't know, Ape Out is a top-down game, and you're an ape and you're escaping from a lab, and it's very sort of like Super Hot, Super Meat Boy, Other
Cool
games,
music and
other
all
games.
music.
Yeah, like kind of
drum beats
weird.
are in time to what you do.
Weird. It's like jazz percussion. Yeah, it's exactly that, and it's all time.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's really cool, and everything's justified. It's a very gory game, but it's all justified because they're doing experiments on you, so you can fuck them up.
Yeah. And they mix it up a lot, you know. You get, and what's weird is there's like a level where you're going down floors, but you go in one door, but come out of the what you'd think was the wrong side, so it's a bit confusing. But really well done, and there's people coming around on ropes, bursting through the windows, and machine guns, and dudes who like throw grenades at you.
The monkey gets free.
Yeah, it's just to get that monkey free, man. You don't matter how many people you have to kill to do it. But it's cool. I love the little thing after you die, and it shows you how far you got. And sometimes you're so close.
Yeah,
to the
that's
exit.
true. That's a great little. It shows you the map,
just like,
and it shows you your path. In a
It looks like a curly
But
whirly.
what's really interesting about when you see your path is like, oh shit, I was going in the complete wrong direction at that point.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you just look like a madman. You literally look like a fucking crazy ape, right? When you look at your path. But it's so interesting to see that map and see, oh yeah, I looped around there. I shouldn't have done that. If I'd have just gone left here, I would have done it. And yeah, it's very cool. Very cool.
It's such a great game, and again, the levels are really small, so that none of these levels are enormous. But it's just, and you can't. I was going to say it's just working your route through them, but that's not always the case because enemies spawn in different places, so it's never the same. The level's always the same, but it's where enemies are that changes a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And the amount of them and what type of enemies there might be, and it does vary it up a lot.
It does.
Oh yeah, I just love it. It just looks so great. It's the art style is just really excellent. The music's just brilliant. The sound effects are great. There's nothing not to like about this game, really.
Yeah, I love it.
It's perfect for the Switch, by the way, as well. It's a great platform to play it on.
Yeah, no, it is. I think I don't think it should be just exclusive on the Switch. Though I think it can work on any
Oh
controller.
yeah, it's on everything.
Well, it's on.
everything.
Is it on Steam as
Yeah,
well?
yeah, yeah.
I didn't know. that.
Yeah, it's on everything.
I just hadn't played it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah.
on everything. But what I'm saying is, I think it's perfect for the Switch.
Oh yeah,
You know,
definitely.
it works really well on the Switch.
It's it's presented well. It's funny. It's fun. It's a great game. Really enjoy it.
So yeah, totally recommend Ape Out. If you've not played that. So back over to you,
I don't
Chini.
think either of us have anything else, so I think you should just
Have
keep
you
going.
nothing else. Yeah,
I do,
still got
I
a
do.
few-
Oh, wait, I'm
Well,
sorry.
I thought you did
Yes,
say you had one more game.
I was looking at his list on the
Yeah,
document.
Snooker
Nothing,
19. That's
so I
sold.
assumed he had nothing to talk about.
So
Yeah.
Snooker 19, and I know that
There's news.
Is that really what you're going to talk about?
Yes, yeah. Snooker 19 has got a new
Is that?
update. It's got a new update, you see. It's update 1.06, and then very quickly they made a 1.07 to fix some of the problems with the last one. But the big problem with Snooker 19 is the online function is a little bit basic. You can't do it. You can't have a best of 3. So Stu, if you and I wanted to play a game of what do you call it?
Want a best of 19 frames or something.
Yeah, if you you can't do that. But if me and you wanted a best of 5, we couldn't do that. We'd have to play one frame and retry
It's
and
quite
retry.
interesting actually because weirdly, Kay's dad isn't a gamer.
Yeah.
So he doesn't play video, but he is a big snooker fan.
Good lad.
So I was talking to him about this and talking about you playing it and everything, and I was saying that was one of the issues that you had with it. Even he, who isn't a gamer or anything's like, well, that's what you want to do. Surely you want to do like a mini tournament with someone.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
So
yeah, of course you will.
if
But
you
you can't.
if you and I wanted to play, best of whatever, we can't. They've changed that now, so you can have a best of 3, best of 5, best of 7. So it doesn't go up to best of 35, but it's better than nothing.
But why? Question: why doesn't it though?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Why? Because presumably that wouldn't be difficult to just continue up to.
Yeah, I don't know.
A maximum of 35.
Maybe they think no one would actually do that, but I think
Yeah, but it doesn't matter though.
Yeah, but
because
I
if
think
it's not-
I think people would though, wouldn't they? Do you know what I mean? Like, I think people would.
What I'm saying is, if it's not difficult to implement, just why not do it anyway?
Let's be clear here, Stu.
I know you're not doing it.
I'm not defending them, right?
Yeah, no, I know you're not, but I'm just saying that it's more of a hypothetical question. Is like, you know, I don't really want you to answer me. I'm just saying, but why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you can do it, just put it in there anyway. If
Yeah,
it's
I
not,
don't know.
If it's not a difficult thing to do, just do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, maybe it is difficult. Maybe they spent
probably
6
isn't.
weeks trying to figure it out, and they're like, we just can't make it happen.
It's typical though, isn't it? Because they do it, and they do best of. I said best of 3, best of 5, best of 7 would do it, and now they've done it. I'm like, I want best of 5. So we never.
Well,
have
yeah,
it.
you want what would emulate a real snooker match, don't you?
Yeah, I think it does make sense just to put it up to 35 because that would be that's. I mean, there's no other. You wouldn't go any higher than that. That makes sense. Any snooker fan playing that would be like, yeah, you wouldn't do any more because that's copying the world.
That's real life.
That's the way it
That's
is.
what you get in a competition.
So anyway, so they've added that. So that's an improvement. Let's look at the positive. That is a step in the right direction. Great. So they've added.
So you'd have to do 5 best of 7s.
Yes. So the other thing that they've done is they have tweaked the aiming, right? So they've added. There's different aiming modes, right? So if there's I think there's amateur, pro, master, something like that. Basically, the lines that you get on the balls when you're aiming at the cue ball and the object ball, they become shorter. Like as a spread as well when you're playing snooker, so that the spread gets wider. So it becomes harder, right? They've added one between pro and master called Pro Plus, right? And the idea was Pro Plus. So the idea is that when the white ball is on the cushion, it's harder to take a shot. That's a fact of snooker and pool, right? It's harder to take a shot when the white ball is against the cushion.
Yeah, because you've not got any control of the cue ball, really.
It is harder, for some would argue, some people are better at this, when you get the rest out, for example, when you play snooker. So when you get the rest out, it's more difficult to take a shot because, it's not your natural. So they've changed that. And then the other thing was lung shots. So lung shots are shorter in terms of how long the line is that you see. So that's all well and good, but they've not only just tweaked those shots. They've just made a shorter line for everything. So
even the easier shots are more difficult.
Yeah. So this is only good for people that think that pro is too easy and master is too hard, right? So Pro Plus is kind of like a go-between, but the problem with it is that it's just too hard. I think most people are just saying it's just too hard. They were happy with Pro. Why didn't they just tweak Pro a tiny, tiny bit instead of making a whole new aiming mode? So, not a massive fan of the new aiming mode.
But you don't have to play that anyway, so I don't suppose that's a huge issue.
And they haven't made it allowable on tournaments. I did make a video about the new aiming mode, and I did like it at first, but I didn't play it that much. So I might make a new video saying why the new aiming mode Pro Plus sucks ass.
Yeah, I was wrong. It's shit.
I was wrong. So I don't know. It's fine. I can see why they've done it. I just don't think it was the best use of their time. They've made other tweaks. They've made like the characters animate a little bit more. They've put I know this sounds so basic, and please bear with me, but they've added more people in the crowd. One of the problems with Snooker 19 was that the fucking seats, most of the seats were empty, and there was only 6 people watching you, but the crowd clapping sounded like 100 people. So it was really stupid, right?
We are bots with multiple hands.
So now they've added like an actual crowd of people that actually seems like a right amount of people. Yep, so they've done that. What else have they done? That's pretty much it. I mean, a lot of it was like little bugs and fixes, added animation to things. Nothing too cray-cray. But I'd say most of the changes are positive. The big one for me was the online change. Like a best of 7, a rematch button, they haven't added that. But that just really simple shit that you think wouldn't be that difficult to add.
Because again, I mean, it's like I was talking about that as well and saying that you had to set up a new lobby every time, don't you, to start another frame.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's fucking ridiculous. It's like,
ridiculous, yeah.
You'd have thought that would have been one of the first things to discuss when they were designing the game. It's like, right, if we were going to add multiplayer, what would people like to see in that? One of the things would be a quick rematch, surely. That would be like, I play the table tennis game, right? on the VR, and there is an instant rematch. If you lose or win or whatever, you can challenge them to a rematch, and it just starts again instantly.
There you go.
You know, with the online multiplayer, it's just that is an accepted. This is what you get in an online multiplayer.
Yeah, and Rocket League happens in casual automatically.
Yeah.
God, where we hate you. What you doing?
You'd think these guys had never played an online sports game before, would you? You know, it's just like that would be a given. You'd think.
A bit bizarre. Yeah. I mean,
very
everything
bizarre.
about the game says that the online was sort of last minute to me. Like that's
Yeah, but that would be one of the biggest features, surely, because you want to play your friends or challenge strangers who are good at it online, like you, Ginny. Do you know what I mean? It's to me that's one of the biggest features of the game, not an afterthought.
they actually did message me because when I streamed with the new.
Ginny's got that.
Oh yeah, Ginny's got a friend.
Big man in the world of online snooker.
So one of the things that they've done is when you match up with somebody, you know, it tells you the gamer tag naturally, right? So the way Snooker 19, I can't just invite you to a game. It's really fucking stupid, right?
So pretty much everything to do with the online of this.
Yeah,
game.
so I have to put in a match code. All right, and then you have to put the same code in.
What do you think they are, Nintendo?
So then you have to put the same code in. We both have to search at the same time, and then we find each other. Right? That's how Snooker 19
Even
works.
that's fucking stupid.
I know it's stupid. I've learned to live with it. Let's move on.
So much more angry about all these missing things.
I know. I'm angry
Okay,
about it.
let me move on. Let me move on. Let me move on because I'm going to forget my point.
stupid.
I'm going to forget my point. Right.
Okay.
So that's what it is, right? I accept it. It's shit, but I accept it. Then. So when I'm playing people every Thursday at 7 p.m, I play people who are watching, and I let them have a game. I grace them with a game, right? Because I'm nice like that.
You allow the plebs.
So it's really I have to do a kind of honor system because some people I could read out the code and say put this code in, and anybody could join me and push in the queue. I've always said if somebody tries to push in the queue, you'll never play me again. I will block you, ban you.
You are so strict.
You are, and you're done, right? Because I haven't got it. Some of these streams are like 2-3 hours. I haven't got fucking time to fuck around, right? So
this shit is serious shit.
It is serious shit. Especially some people are waiting for like 2 hours just to play me, all right? And I feel bad because sometimes they don't get a shot, but you know that's a different problem. Anyway, so they put in the code, and the only way that I know that I've matched up with the right person is if they tell me in the chat or if I recognise their gamer tag. But for some reason, since this new update, it doesn't tell me their gamer tag. It just tells me the name of their player that they're playing as.
Right, so it still could be anybody.
So it still could be anybody. So I have to say, is this you? And they go, yeah.
And even if it's not, they go, yeah.
So I did an Instagram story tagging them in, and I said, what the fuck is this? Change it. I says, I know you work really hard on the game. I know it's hard to make games, but fuck me, this is easy to change. Get it done. And they messaged me back, probably called me a dickhead.
They said, fuck you, stop telling us what you do.
You think you are.
Do you know how odd this shit is? But they said, you know, I did say some nice things like, look, I love the game. That's why I'm messaging you. I'm doing this because I care about the game. I know it's hard to make games, but fuck me, how did you miss this? And they messaged back saying, thank you for spotting this. We did not spot it. We'll sort it out.
But they've surely, and I know they're a little team, and I get
it's probably like a team of 8 people, Stu.
I know, and I get that. But if you're changing something, you've got to check what else it affects, haven't you? Surely.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And pick up on that stuff. You know, fucking rope your bloody relatives into playtest.
You don't know what it's like on their end.
Do some fucking quality control or whatever.
It's 6 people in a room somewhere. They're barely able to keep the updates coming as it is. Cut them some slack.
I mean, don't get me wrong, right? I am absolutely astounded at what they've managed to achieve, you know, making this game.
But
so I do sound very negative, even though I don't even play it. But I just feel like they've got there's the actual snooker game, but a lot of the basics they got wrong.
Yeah, I think,
and they're still not getting them right, even when they're patching it. It's still not right.
I think that is a good summation of what Snooker 19 is really. I mean, it's a good game. It's a good physics. When you talk about the physics of snooker, it's got a good physics to the game. It feels
great.
It feels right. It looks good. Some of the animation is a bit ropey, but there are lots of missing parts. But I can live with that because it's the first of a new sort of string of games, right? So FIFA is where it is because of the FIFAs before it. So they've had to start from scratch. So
let's be honest, FIFA's got a lot.
Yeah,
of money.
I know FIFA's a hard comparison because it's a beast, but basically they started from scratch, and what they started with is good, right? That's what I'll say.
Started from the bottom, now we here.
I can live without, like, there's no trophy. You know, when you win a trophy of a tournament or something. I'm not talking about, like, the PlayStation trophy. I mean, like, when you win a tournament, there's no animation, there's no flair, there's no polish. There's just, you've got a trophy. It's just an image of a trophy, like, you've got
You
this
have
now.
now won the game.
Yeah, pretty much that, right? So, look, I can forgive all that because the game itself, the actual potting of the balls is good, right? I can forgive all that. But, so there's lots of missing parts, but what I'll say about Snooker 19, exactly what Stu said, is there are some basics that they fucked up pretty bad, like the online, like.
And we're hoping they fix them soon.
Yeah, and like some of the achievements. One of the achievements is like it's called Rocket Fuel, I think, and it's Ronnie famously did the 147 in 5 minutes, right? So it's to clear the table in 5 minutes, but it's impossible to clear the table in 5 minutes because of how long the animations take.
Yeah. You could do a non-animation mode.
No, it's not that.
where it's just
They've
the
changed
table.
the counter to not include the animation parts. So only when you're taking a shot, potting a shot, that's it, and then it stops. But before it didn't do that, so
Okay, so that's the improvement.
So they've improved that, but no one could unlock that achievement because it was impossible to do. So little weird things like that. But I don't know. They've just got some of the basics so wrong. But I hope there is a Snooker 20. They've said there's no plans to make a Snooker 20. But what I said about that is if they were making a Snooker 20, they wouldn't tell us anyway until they were ready.
But to be fair, they don't really need a Snooker 20. They just need a really good working Snooker 19.
I think
because what would the ad do differently? Because the physics are pretty good, the table's pretty good, it looks pretty good. Screw the player animations, and who cares about any of that?
No, a lot of
anyway.
people do. A lot of people do.
Really?
Creator player as well. They could make a creator player.
Yeah, but they could add all these things into. They could see this more as a platform.
But
that
that's
can just
not.
keep
No,
evolving.
FIFA, though. I mean, they don't need a new FIFA game every year, do they?
Yeah.
No, they don't. But that's different because they're a huge developer who want to cash in on the new FIFA.
You will
year.
never make.
Maybe they want some money.
They need money, Stu, right? And
Yeah,
you
but
will
they
never
can-
make.
Yeah.
No, whatever
No,
you
I guess
say,
you're right.
they won't make money on updates. They will make
Well,
money
You're right.
on new
Rocket
games.
You are right.
But that's Rocket League.
Rocket League's different. This is
Yeah, I
snooker. It's very niche. It's sports. People in sports expect a new game every year. We have been taught to accept a new game every year. Fuck updates. We don't need them. We
Maybe
just would
that's
rather
why they're
spend the
not
money.
updating it. So when you get the whole new
No,
shiny,
I made a video about this very thing. There's like we've only got so many months of updates, right? Because like every developer has a scoping plan, right? How long can we afford to update this game? They're not making money on these updates, right? They've made the most money they will make from Snooker 19. For them, the sales they'll get from now aren't going to keep the lights on. So
But
they
it
need
also
to think
is a matter
about.
of establishing their reputation as a good developer, so
Yeah.
that if they put the next game out, people are like, okay, it may have some problems, but they're going to fix those soon because they did last time.
Yeah, but I think that
can I just say, I have heard a rumor, top secret rumor of what's coming next from the developer.
go on.
Apparently, it's snooker with rocket cars. That's apparently what they're making.
So
Organization.
it's a balance really. Like they have to be careful about what they add before they start making this developer. By the way, do you know what they did before Snooker 19? Do you know what one of the things they did?
I don't know.
Stardew Valley.
The port for Yakuza.
Very
Ooh.
good. I'm impressed then. I'm more impressed now.
So they did, let me get that clear. They didn't make Yakuza. They
No,
worked
no,
on
they
the
ported
port
it.
of it. Yeah. So they've done a
Very
bit of
good.
that and that. So I give them shit because I care, and I make that very clear when I send any message to
I
them.
think, Chinny, you should try and organise some sort of interview with the developers.
I've tried that.
Are they not having any of it, are
They
they?
don't give a fuck about me.
Look,
So,
you know the PR woman. You've met her.
Yeah, I don't know. They're probably moving on to. They're like, fuck this. I ain't spending any more time on this game. Fuck them.
Right,
Okay,
I need
Stu, you're up.
Yeah, quickly, just a couple of quick things. With side quests, apart from Beat Saber, it does sideload other stuff onto the quest.
Okay.
One of those is Quake VR, which is the original Quake game, but in VR, and that's
Right.
pretty good fun. Although it's one of the first times in a long time that I felt a little bit gippy.
On
I
VR.
started feeling a little
Motion
bit sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the first time in ages. But it is a bit of a weird experience because you have to look where you want to go. So you don't. So rather than having two analog sticks to move around, it's one of the analog sticks just does strafing and backwards and forwards, and you just look to where you want to move. So that can be a bit weird because you're sort of not in line with where you're going all the time. But it's free and it was kind of fun. But the other game I played, which I think is a real sort of tech demo of where VR can go, is a game called T for God.
Okay.
Okay, if you put this up on screen, but this is quite an interesting game. It's kind of roguelite. It's the procedurally generated levels. So it's like a demo. What they've done is they take your mapped area, so how big your game area is in your living room or your room or wherever the hell you've mapped out, and then create an endless kind of level from that. So you're walking around physically in this made-up world, a little bit like that thing we played where I was crawling through
The laser
vents.
grid thing.
Yes. Yeah, so it's kind of Unseen Diplomacy, that was called. It's just come to me very quickly. It's a little bit like that, but just walking, and you've got like guns and robot arms with like a wrist gun.
So what happens if you haven't got a very big area to walk around?
Doesn't matter. So they just work out how big you've got to play with, and then create.
What if you've got fuck all?
Yeah, you wouldn't. You'd probably need at least 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters, ideally a little bit bigger than that.
Okay.
But I haven't got a huge area. But your mind very quickly adapts to the fact that you're walking around in this area that you're not really walking around in.
Yeah.
It's very, very clever. And it, like I say, it just uses the area you've got available to move about in. So there's robots to shoot. There's nothing very challenging in it. But it's, like I say, it's more like a tech demo, but very clever.
It
It's so
basically
clever.
creates like a bunch of levels in your living room using whatever
Yeah.
space you've got. That's clever.
Yeah. And sort of, if you've got a bigger space, it'll work that out and add like a platform in so you can walk out onto a platform and it'll work out where your boundary is for that. I don't know how it does it or how they did this, but it's very clever. And there's like lifts and puzzles for that sort of thing. I love it. I'm just like, and I know it's not, it's not a full experience and you're never gonna, it's not gonna blow you away. But from a technical standpoint, I think it's impressive. There was a thing on YouTube where these guys mapped out their whole office.
Okay.
Like all the corridors and everything and round the desks and all that sort of stuff. And then they had this game that they'd made that sort of encompassed the whole area.
I suppose, yeah, if I took this to my office, you've been in my office, Stu.
I have.
That's a pretty big area. Like, I could,
Yeah, if you cleared a few desks away and made a big square in the middle, yeah, it'd be impressive.
Well, there's an office opposite me, completely empty.
Yeah,
I could just
that'd
use
be
that.
perfect.
There you go.
That would be perfect. But yeah, I mean, every time I see something like this, I think, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, what they've created here is super cool.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's free.
It's
so
free.
If you've got a quest, get side quest. It isn't that difficult to
It's
install.
not Psycho, it's T for God.
Yeah, T for God, but it's on side quest, so it's
Right.
available.
So is
with
that
side load.
dodge? Is that dodgy side quest?
Sort of. It's free. It's not something you're supposed to be doing. It's kind of a way to mod your Oculus Quest. So
Right.
that's basically, so you're installing a bit of software on a PC that will allow you to sideload apps onto it because it's an Android platform at the end of the day.
So it is dodgy.
So yeah, it's not you're not meant to be doing it, but it does allow you to have these kind of cool and interesting experiences as a result.
Are we gonna go to jail?
Are we going to go to what? Sorry.
To jail.
No, they're not that bothered. They're not that bothered that they're blocking these sorts of things.
I bet they are bothered.
They probably are trying to. You see, what's interesting, the guy who makes a thing called Virtual Desktop, or Virtual Desktop, should I say, he sells that on the Quest and added in a function within that allowed you to stream Steam VR games to the Quest. And then they would work. But then, obviously, Facebook went, no, we don't really want you doing that because it's kind of an enclosed platform and we just want you playing stuff that's available for the Quest and not playing stuff on Steam. So can you stop that? So he had to remove it and then roll it back so that it didn't do that anymore. But that's available as an update on SideQuest, so you can kind of reinstall the update.
So it's dodgy as fuck, is what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's a little bit dodgy, but yes, no one cares. No one cares.
Mark Zuckerberg cares.
Well, he cares, even though he's got billions. He doesn't really care.
He does.
But yeah, but it's great. The Quest is great. This is great. Everything's great.
Everything's
There you
great.
go. I'm done.
Cool. T for God.
T for God.
I thought it was going to be like
free.
a golf game. For God.
No, it's totally free and it's totally fun.
It's free if you are willing to break the law.
Yeah, you don't break the law.
FREE, free, no charge.
Right, we've no news this week, so we'll get straight into emails.
Before we do that,
What? What's the matter now?
what do you think? Because we didn't talk about it. It didn't come out by the time we recorded the show. The Switch Lite.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw that. It's just a smaller Switch.
If you didn't have a Switch, Stuart,
Yeah.
would you be tempted to get one?
Possibly. I think what's kind of interesting for me is I quite like the Switch because you can obviously take the controllers off and then they make 2 individual controllers and I can play multiplayer with Millie.
Yes.
You know, like Mario Kart and stuff like that, whereas this doesn't allow that to happen.
Correct.
And you have to have 2 of them. So
Correct.
I'd actually rather still have a full-size Switch, if I'm being totally honest.
I think I'm in your camp. The only thing that I like about this Switch...
This is for the kids, man. That's what this is for.
It's for the kids.
For the kids.
The only thing I like about it is that it's got a proper D-pad on it.
Yeah, everyone, but I don't care. I'm not bothered.
Well, no, but when you're playing Mario games, Mario levels...
Again, I don't care, so I'm not bothered.
But I'm talking about me. You just talked about VR for like 10 minutes.
I know.
So if you want to talk about things I'm not bothered about, we could carry on there. But I know for a fact though you can buy third-party like Joy-Con add-ons that are basically just it's got the proper D-pad on it and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know, a proper D-pad would be cool. But hey.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah, I do, but no, I'm sort of with you. I think I'd still always go for the full-size Switch because I still think it's far more versatile.
Yeah.
In the way that it works.
What colour would you get if you had to get
probably the bright yellow one. I like yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah, I think I'd go yellow.
Okay, I would go turquoise. I think.
What colour would you go, Duke?
Ultraviolet.
Yeah, that's an option. Yeah,
that is an option. Yeah. How did you know? You've obviously done a lot of research, Duke.
Yes.
Yes. Right, let's do some emails.
Okay, let's do some emails. Mr. Burns, what do you think about that?
Yes.
Right, here comes the email song.
Whoa, that ruled.
Indeedy do, it does. Right, okay. First email this week is off Pilch Reed.
Good old Pilch.
Pilch Reed.
So he says,
I should get a sound clip from Pilch.
You've got a clip of me.
Oh, yeah.
You got a clip on me. Right, salutations, gentlemen. We'll start the Arcade Club meet-up. I fucking heard some chat about a possible sausage fest where everyone gets a fucking knobs out around EGX weekend. Where normal folk can come and inappropriately touch your ass and cock. Is this still a thing?
I don't understand the question.
I do. Well, we do have some shared accommodation, but I think it's all full now. Mainly because people from America keep fucking coming over. So that's fucked. But I don't know if Bongo sorted this one up, but I was thinking for the Saturday night we was going to sort out some sort of venue where we can all hang out.
Yes, that sounds like an idea.
But I'm not sure if where we are at with that. And I'm not saying that Bongo hasn't done anything. He's done plenty. It might be just...
He has. He's been a very busy
Yeah,
man.
yeah, he's done lots of stuff. It might be just because we haven't sorted that out yet. I'm not quite sure. So, Bongo's done most of the work for this sausage mansion thing. I haven't done that much, other than we should do... I think it was originally my idea, and then Bongo just took it and just fucking did everything. But that's the way it is. So yeah, it would be nice. Ideally, Friday night we'd find some bar and just hang out. But Saturday night it would be cool to find a venue that we could book out. And
Wow, what? And not go to the midlife gamer party? Is this a thing?
There is no midlife gamer party.
What? Why? That's just weird.
They're not coming to London.
Wow, that'll be the first time. That is a shocker.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's going to be nothing to do.
Wow.
So,
Flipping heck.
like, we have to.
What the flip?
Okay, calm down.
I am calming down.
We have to like do something. So that's why I said to Bongo, there's an opening here. Why don't we just do something ourselves? And Bongo was like, yeah, I like that. So I'm not sure where he's at with the kind of night thing. And again, like I said, I'm not saying that he's done fuck all because he's done lots of stuff.
No, he's been a busy man.
So that's that. Ideally, yeah, Friday night we just go and find somewhere to where everybody can have a drink, and then Saturday night we could book somewhere and have some sort of our own. Nothing fancy, just like we're all in the same
not
room.
Like a full-on midlife gamer karaoke sausage fest.
No, I mean like. Maybe we could get the karaoke out again for just in some Chinese restaurant.
I can just bring my PS4 and SingStar. I've got that shit.
No, we'll just go back to that Chinese restaurant again.
Yeah, we'll just go there.
And just go there and impress them.
Right, anyway, there is more to this email. There is more.
Sorry.
It says it.
Yeah, there you go.
Here, Bongo said the general public could just come and fucking join us at Podcast HQ for a massive party Saturday evening. Anyway, getting fucking excited. I've got a fucking stiffy for EGX this year. Latest Pilch from the Bossway Podcast. Check us out via your podcast app of choice.
I think this EGX is lining up to be a very, very... probably like the biggest meetup we've all ever had.
I know.
We've got people coming from America, Canada. Fraser's coming from Canada. Got Greg coming over. We got Seth coming over. The only American, well, there's a few Americans not coming over, but Duke is being lazy. He had his moment last year. Fuck it. So, it's just one of those things. But yeah, so it's and a lot of people are obviously because Greg's coming, everybody's like, well, if Greg's coming, then I've got to go, and making the effort. So it's just lining up to be like a pretty fucking big deal. So I'm really excited about it. It should be really good, and it's going to be a bit. I think it's going to be. I've booked the Monday after off because I think.
To recover?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I don't drink, so I'm not. It's not that kind of recover. It's just
from tiring.
I think I'm just going to. I mean, I spent the last 2 days in London, and I don't know. I was just absolutely zonked today. So I feel like it's going to be a long couple of days. Well, a long week. I think that week for me. Especially as I'm going to be making podcasts and videos and all sorts of stuff from it, just to make sure that we capture it all and we've got something to remember it by when everybody else just enjoys it. Lucky bastards.
Exactly.
So it's going to be good. Yeah, it will be good, Pilch. I for the Sausage Mansion, I would like to prevent the party from happening there because that means we have to clean it up. And by we...
not only that, it could be a nightmare.
By we, I mean it will probably be me and Bongo cleaning everything. And I don't want them too much of a mess.
And let's be honest, if you used Airbnb a lot, they rate you as well as you rate them. Yeah. So people won't let you stop anywhere else again if you make a mess of things.
So,
okay.
I'll be one
thank you, Pilch, as always. It's always fun pretending to be you. And as a disclaimer, as always, most of that stuff wasn't in the email, just to say.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah. Next email is from Jason. And he says this: Pilchard's taste buds. And he wants a Pilch voice, but it's not happening. I only do it from the original Pilch. So unless it's from Pilch, it ain't happening. Sorry. Anyway, this is what he says. Hey, all you wankers. I've just been sitting here playing a Brave again. You know, that game made for little girls. It's so much fun. I have to give it a rest, though, as it's almost time to play Barbies with my dog. I do voices for each Barbie. I call Ken Rob her. His voice is super sexy. Do you know, weirdly, Ken's hair is a little bit like Rob's. Just saying. You guys have ever seen my little doggo? It's so cute that sometimes when I get caught up in all the furball love, I suck its farts just for grins.
What is he talking about?
Good God, man. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. Anyway, we love our Barbie time. Hey, veterans, I've been stalking, I mean checking up on old verbal Robert Bosswave. When I was peeping into his window the other night, I could have sworn he was roasting marshmallows over the stove with Chris. Didn't even bother to invite the fish. Ah, well, I was there regardless. I love Rob's dog. It farts a lot. If only they'd have made me have tea and invited me over. But then I would just get jealous about something else. Any hoot, I sure miss taco time. The great owl, he's always getting tacos. Now there's some farts I'd suck harder than a free extra large Slurpee. Sings to himself, let it go, let it go. Laters, Jason.
Okay, well, thank you, I guess.
I think Jason is. I'm guessing on the boss fight they mentioned Verbal Rob's dog, and he's got. I haven't listened to the latest episode yet, but I'm guessing that's related to the latest episode.
Yeah,
of the boss fight.
maybe.
I think that's what it is. But that sounds like the rambling of a madman, Jason. I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think he's back on form to his his normal self.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, that's true.
You could. Anyway, next email is from Derek Sainz. And he says this: I should probably warn you, I'll just be fine. Hey, veteran gamers.
Hi, Derek.
It's time to get personal. After hearing Happy by Pharrell Williams for the umpteenth time recently, I got to think about things that make us happy. For me, I could instantly name music, video games, and friends that make me happy. So it's a simple question this week. Name 3 things that make you happy. Yours kinda sorta happy. Derek.
Okay.
Come on, what makes you happy, Mike? What makes you happy?
What makes me happy is...
Come on, what makes you happy?
Time with my wife.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Brownie points, I like it.
Time with my family.
Yeah.
And time playing games.
There you go.
You're obviously not an American. The answer is beer and blowing things up and money.
Hamburgers.
Burgers. Yeah, there you go.
Burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, obviously Kay and Millie, but they're kind of one thing because they're funny. They're both very funny.
Family.
Yeah, Millie's very funny. Yeah, and Kay's very funny, to be fair. So, yeah. Kay and Millie, I like walking in the countryside.
Okay.
That makes me happy. I like getting out and about. Weirdly, as a gamer who's meant to be white and pasty because I've been in a basement playing games all my life.
You are white, Stu. I've checked.
I'm very tanned at the moment. I'll have you know.
You're a white person now.
No, but you're a white tanned man.
I am a white tanned person. But yeah, I do like getting out.
Stop
and about.
trying to be black, Stu.
I like going to the seaside. You know, I like getting a bit of sunshine. I like sitting out in the garden. And obviously, the Oculus Quest makes me very happy.
Yeah.
It's very happy. There you go. Yours kind of sort of happy, Derek.
Yeah.
What?
Thank you, Derek.
We didn't ask Duke what makes him happy.
You said burgers, guns,
Yeah. Money, guns.
Guns, tanks,
Oh,
drugs
yeah, of
that
course.
blow shit up with just the press of a button.
Yeah.
Diamond and silk.
Yeah. There you go.
God.
Okay, final email this evening is from Lewis. I love Lewis.
Who doesn't
We all love Lewis.
Everybody loves
It's asked in the chat, by the way, how much is it to go to EGX?
$900.
It's around about 70 odd quid.
It's weird that it would be $900 since it's in the UK, but that's the way it is.
It depends how much it costs you to get there as well, and the accommodation. All you've got to factor all that shit in.
The tickets are about 70 odd quid.
Yeah, for a full weekend.
For a full week, yeah.
Okay.
You can get like day passes and super passes, but that's a rough estimate of like the average cost.
Yeah. Okay, Louis says this. Hello, veteran.
Hello.
Well, Minecraft has pretty much taken over all of my gaming time.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like you, Chinny. All the gaming time I have. So, not much to say. However, I thought that I'd just say that if you are going to play Minecraft, just get it on the Switch. If you have one, it's the best thing to play on it. Okay, big question. So, would you agree? Is that the best thing to play
I
on
do
your
play
Switch?
Minecraft on my Switch quite a bit. Yeah, it's very convenient. I would
I
say.
can't imagine playing Minecraft on anything other than the PC.
I play it a lot on the Xbox. But Audrex only plays it on the fucking iPhone.
Oh,
I think
like that.
he's mentally ill. Like that's insane.
Ugh.
But he's like, oh, you get used to it. I'm like, are you crazy? That's fucking crazy.
Yes.
So,
Crazy.
All right, next part of the email.
This is his big question. What is the big
Yeah.
question? What
ahead.
is the most unreliable console you've ever owned? Which I would imagine is pretty easy for all three of us.
unreliable.
Yeah, most unreliable console you ever did own.
It's probably
Unreliable.
360.
I mean,
isn't
my
it?
Xbox 360 kept getting the red ring of death.
Yeah, I think we'd all say the Xbox 360.
So,
Although I did.
let's make the 360 exempt because it's like
It's the
easy
most unreliable console ever built.
ever made ever.
I remember having some problems with my PlayStation 1 back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I've had
PlayStation 1.
yellow,
Yeah.
Yellow Light of Doom on my PS3. Let's not forget.
PS3, Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
They were all pretty unreliable, to be fair.
I would
What
say
would
the
you say the emotional impact of that was for you, Stu? Was
Oh,
that process angering you or making
I
you
was
frustrated?
not happy. Pissing me off. Yeah. I was not happy when that happened. Oh, God.
you can tell when
yes,
you're
the-
unhappy
the-
when you break into songs. Stu.
I know, I get auto-tuned when I'm unhappy.
That's when you know you're pissed off.
So yeah, I would have said 360 is probably the most unreliable console ever made, and so much so that they repaired them for free.
Yeah, that's when you know things are fucked.
Even after the warranty had run out, they were repairing them things for free, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were terrible, terrible things. The fan just wasn't big enough to take the heat away. So the something on the was it the CPU or the GPU on the motherboard would.
The technical reasons
I'm
why.
just telling you why it happened. It would detach.
Why
Why
would you
literally
think to
melt?
yourself, people listening to this need to know the technical elements of why the red ring of death
Oh,
happens.
it's just interesting. Just because you don't find it interesting, I
Wrong.
think it's
That's the
interesting.
wrong word to use there.
Shut up. And that's it. So thank you, Lewis,
Yay! Thank you, Lewis.
Thanks,
and
Lewis.
everybody else, obviously, who emailed me.
Yay! Thank you, everybody else.
Right, shout out
No
times,
pipes
people.
this week.
What?
We have no speak pipes.
Nope, no speak
No.
pipes. Time for shout outs is what time it is.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
There you go. I'll go.
Yeah,
I'm going to go
first, I guess, because there's silence. So I will
Oh.
shout out Antonio once again for filling in last week. I will shout out the American Go Association for plastering my logo on everything. I will shout out Horizontal HD. We will play some Rocket League at some point. I will shout out the Duchess because she rocks. I will shout out you two for doing the
Yay.
show every week. And that's it. That's my shout outs.
There you go. Well, I'm obviously going to give Antonio yet another shout out. Yeah, I did him at the beginning, and I'm going to do another one for him at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Antonio. By the way, it's Polybius is called, not the Genie in the
Genie
Watch.
Genie
Although I do
in
like
a
that title
bottle.
better somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Genie in the Watch. Polybius is out on Prime Day, which is tomorrow, I believe. Is that tomorrow? 15th?
Yeah.
I think it's tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna have a look at it. I don't know what. I'm not entirely sure what this is. Is it a choose your own adventure type
Yes.
game?
Yes.
The
Yes.
Echo.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna give it a go.
I have
'cause I
played
like
it.
those things. Oh, have you?
Yes.
Oh, did you get an early preview copy?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Nice.
Well, we can talk about that next week. So yeah, so thank you, Antonio. Thank you for Duke for hosting last week. You did a great job.
Yeah.
And I have got an iTunes review, so let's do that.
Let's do
Oh my
that.
God. Dusting off the old theme song. Oh, I hit the wrong
Saw a
button.
pretty girl just
We'll
the
have to hear the whole
other
song.
day. She winked and she smiled, walked across my way. I couldn't figure out just what to say, so I twittered it. Twittered it.
What do you expect me to cut off?
Weirdly, just a minute. Whoa. Weirdly, this review does say how professional this show is.
Yo. You want them iTunes reviews? You got to.
This is from Jay, by the way, who's still listening
old
to all our old back
Is
episodes.
this the guy driving on the M62?
Yes, it is.
Watch out for that car.
He's on his way to work at this.
My
very
favourite.
second as I
Have I
speak.
talked about my favourite bit of the M62?
No, you haven't.
I've got two favourite bits. The Suicide Bridge. I like that bridge.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good bridge.
It's a big bridge. Tall, very high.
I've got this thing about bridges. I like bridges. I don't know what it is. Tara laughed at me for it. I like bridges. The other thing is the house in the middle of the motorway where they refused to move. And they went,
yeah,
fuck
that was
this.
a long time ago.
So when the internet was in its early phases, and it was kind of like the early start of Wikipedia, I remember driving past this house. I was like, I'm going to find out why this fucking house is in the middle.
That's funnily, that is near Suicide Bridge as well.
It's right by it,
around
it's
the
right next to
same
it.
area.
And then I found out that house has been the source of many film sets. Maggie Smith
Really?
herself has been there and filmed something there. It's a very old house, you see, and it's a big tourist attraction. But they still live in there now. The family who like I think the grandfather is gone.
Even more interesting. Not only did they have to build the motorway around him because the farmer refused to move, but they also had to provide like a tunnel underneath, like a subway underneath the motorway, so he could get to his farmland.
So you can get there. He was like, "Fuck you, I ain't moving." I was
I ain't moving, and you've got to give me access.
But
to
the thing is though, it's like it's made it more interesting. It's made the motorway more interesting.
Yeah, because
like,
it's just got this sort of bumpy bit.
Yeah, it's cool. I really like driving past that bit of the motorway.
Yeah, I do. I love that. Weirdly, I wondered where you were going then with your favourite bit.
The Veteran Gamers, where we talk about our favorite part of the roadway.
Jay, I tell you what though, like 99.9% of the listeners are going, "Fuck this, this is stupid." But Jay is fucking dying right now with laughter.
I'm driving
He's
by
like,
it
"Oh
right
my
now."
god, it's very."
Although to be fair, he won't drive along that bit because he's going into Manchester, so that's in the totally
is he?
opposite direction.
Well,
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
on the
I realized this
fleet.
week, and I got a shout out. I don't remember who it was that said it, but I had mentioned something about Emmeline Pankhurst, and someone said, "Oh, she was a good mank," and I was like, "She was from Manchester. Damn it! I didn't go to her house. I was just in Manchester last summer. What's wrong with me? I wrote the Wikipedia article about her."
There you go. Anyway, we do need to read the review because we haven't got around to that yet.
Should I play the theme song?
You can do.
Sure.
Hit it. Okay.
Anyway, he's given us 5 stars. He says the recipe for a great podcast.
Yeah.
Take a dollop of northern exuberance, stir in a marinade of American energy, finish off with a garnish of Brummy charm, except he's from Wolverhampton, he don't like being called a Brummy, and serve upon a bed of humour and escapism. Consume weekly in the words of Stu. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, thank you, Jay.
Thanks.
There you go. So thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as Popcorn Posse on the iTunes.
All right.
And look, other people I check. Right, I'm gonna read off where every week I check America, I check Australia, I check Canada, and I also check Ireland and obviously the UK. So if you're in any of those places and you leave a review on the iTunes store, I will read it out because I check
If
them
you
every
leave it
week.
on the Japanese iTunes store, we don't care.
I have looked at most
Fuck you.
places just to see if there's some weird foreign language one, but I haven't come
Some
across
weird.
one yet.
Stu just called Japan weird.
Wow.
You're welcome.
No, like
To be fair, Duke. To be fair.
France or Spain or somewhere.
To be fair, Duke. Japan is pretty fucking weird.
Yeah, and the language is a weird language.
Japan.
I think that's it. I mean, that's everything. Oh no, I've got one more shout out.
Christ.
They're never gonna hear this, but the people who made Chernobyl, because it's such a good little mini series.
Okay. Chinny, did you do your shout outs?
No.
Do them now.
Shout out to Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of the show. He's a funny
Jerry.
man. He should consider a career in comedy.
Yes.
Yes. And shout out to my wife for buying me the tickets for my birthday. Puh.
Yay.
Excellent.
We're done.
That's it. We're done.
now I can wash the dishes.
Said
Wow,
no
they-
one ever.
I know, yeah. Why are you getting
Actually,
excited about that?
Yeah, I'm a weirdo.
I think you are a weirdo.
Yep.
Just saying.
That's okay.
Just saying. So there you go. That's it. Another week, another show. Jobs are good, and things are done.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed they are.
Oh shit, we forgot to mention August the 4th, episode 500.
Yeah, we did.
Fuck's
Do you know,
sake.
someone had put that in the chat right at the beginning as well. I think it was Derek. Oh yeah, stop Stu talking about cricket by talking about the exciting plans for show 500.
And we never even read that out.
And put it at the front of the show when I send it to you.
What?
Yeah, show 500's coming, people. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what it was today.
Recording now. I'm saying you should record it and add it.
Oh, we could just do it now and just put whatever we say now at the beginning.
All right. Hang on a second. I'm saving the file. It's 25 seconds saving. No, don't say anything right now.
Show 500!
15 seconds.
This is brilliant.
10 seconds.
Podcasting gold.
This is the best part.
This
of
is, we're not podcasting.
Yeah, we are. We're still live.
We're always
Well,
podcasting.
stream. Who cares?
We're still podcasting if we're live. People can still hear this shit.
Duke just said if you're listening live, you don't matter. That's what he just said.
Oh my god.
Hey, people, show 500's coming up.
Oh shit! You could have warned us.
That's it. That's all we have to say.
No,
Hey,
it isn't.
people.
No, it
Shall we?
isn't.
Yeah, shut up.
All right, let's try this
Right,
again.
here we go. Hey people, show 500 is
Hey, people,
happening.
I thought I was doing it.
No, I'm doing it.
Hey, people, show 500's happening soon.
Yes,
Yeah, it
on
is.
August
We're
the
just arguing
4th.
now.
August
Is that
the
what date
4th.
it is?
Can't talk at the same time.
The 4th. Fucking
August
come
the
on the show. What are we
4th.
doing for episode 400? The same we do every 50 episodes. Come on to the show. You can talk. Lewis has already said he wants to be on. No problem. 9 p.m. Sunday, August the 4th. You can be
August
on.
the 4th.
We will put at the front of the queue people that haven't been on before. So you've never been on the show before. You have right of way. If you have been on before, we have to wait till everybody who said that they haven't been on to come on, and then you can
Yeah,
come
you
on.
can just invent a fake name, though, and pretend like you've never been on before. Hello,
Correct.
Susan.
You could do that. Hello.
Let me ask you this, Chip. How would people let us know that
They
want
would
to
let us know on Twitter, Instagram, email.
So where would the email? That's the important part. Where would
Oh
the
my God. podcast@veterangamers.co.uk. That email again is podcast@veterangamers.co.uk.
Yeah. So send us a direct message on the Twitter, because that's easier. Because I will then add you to my Skype, and you need Skype. That's the big thing in all this.
Yeah, you need
and the microphone. But these days, let's be honest, phone microphones aren't that bad.
No.
So if you've got a phone with Skype on, that will be fine.
That'd be fine.
That'd be totally fine. So just let us know if you want to be on the show. August the 4th, 9 p.m. Sunday, 500. Celebrate with us by being on it.
Be there.
So you'd better be dead or in jail.
And if you're in jail, break out.
Be there, be there, be there.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank
That sounded
you.
all right.
Except for the first part, which is bollocks, but whatever. It'll be fine.
So the whole show's
fine.
bollocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Okay. Right.
Beginning. Save. Okay. Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night.
Thanks, dude.
I will speak to you next week.
Peace.
Peace. There you go. Righty ho. I will see you later, Mr. Chun.
Say goodbye to the stream.
Goodbye to the stream.